Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. You already know it's not about the setback. It's about the get back. I want to appreciate everyone that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock with me. What's poppin', fam? You know, I appreciate all of y'all. Facts. And we had to get a few things straight. We got some things together. I found out what the situation was. The person let me know what was going on with the situation that was keeping them blocked, and I got it back, and they told me what I needed to do, and they back. So now I learned something from there, how to get people back directly. And I appreciate all of y'all. Facts. Smash that like button if you just coming in the building. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Yeah. So we're going to talk about a few things, right? You know how we do. We go hard in the paint. Facts. And, Nicki Minaj been going hard in the paint. She feeling some type of way, right? She feel like Jay-Z allegedly owes her 200 million for her stake that she had in Tidal, right? And she's just going all the way in on Roc Nation. Like, we all know Roc Nation felt like, they got the game in the chokehold. They got Desiree Perez on the squad, and she's an informant, right? And Nicki feeling some type of way about that paper she owed. We know she don't like Megan either. So, she going at him. And, I think Megan was on some BS for a minute anyway, for trying to put that bad bone on Tory. Well, she put the bad bone on Tory. And, she tried to make it like Tory popped her, right? And now that we see all this going on, I really don't think Tory popped her. I'm just being real from what I see. And, Nicki's on a rant going all the way in. She got something against Roc Nation. All of them. They got to feel it. Everybody got to feel it. She talking about 200 million. Yeah. She feeling some type way about that. And I think anybody would, especially if they felt like they had a stake in a company and it's so heavy and they felt like they didn't get their just due. We know, though, the execs in the music game feel like, and they act as if they do what they want to any of the artists. They run the game. Whereas though, if they want to get over on you, they going to get over on you. No rap. They don't care. If they don't pay you, they shortcut you. They don't care. And a lot of times, they got it set up whereas though they gonna bank regardless. Meg got caught literally down. She got caught out there. You hear me? The camera guy, Sweet Nuts, said it was a hostile work environment. He had to film in the car or whatever while Meg was in the back carpet munching. She was going hard. Yeah. out there in Paris or something like that. Yeah. Dude said it traumatized him, you know? He's a fruit cup. He said it traumatized him that he had to witness girl on girl. He want to see guy on guy. It traumatized his mind that he had to watch two women go in. Sick bastard. Yeah, sick bastard. He's just a sick bastard. He's feeling some type of way that the women was going in with each other because he wanted to see the men. Yeah. Crazy though. The industry, man. I think the industry is really out of pocket, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's out of pocket. I don't think that should be one's dream. You know what I mean? You getting in the industry shouldn't be a dream. If it's something you come across, okay. That shouldn't be a dream because I think they play on a lot of people's dreams because they know you want it that bad. So they willing to try to manipulate and play games in order to act like you gonna get somewhere that you might not never get. It's a mental thing. And we see that they gonna line their pockets regardless. They gonna eat regardless. They gonna corner the market regardless. And if you so happen, to break through, then you break through. Sexy Red. Sexy Red was on top for a couple months, man. Her run is over. You see how the game go? Sexy was in position for a couple months. She had the booty hole brown, the coochie pink, and all that, and it ran out. Everybody's tired of hearing Sexy. Straight up. It ain't the same no more. Nobody wants to hear Sexy Red at all. I knew the music was going to go away quick. I'm just being real. I knew that Sexy was going to fade away. I couldn't get into it. I think right now in the game with the women rapping, Glorilla got the title. Glow got the title right now. I think she got the best delivery. Her sound is strong. Even when she's spitting, it's solid for her. And I think right now, Glow got it in the chokehold, right? Even though Nicki is the hardest out of all of them. I can't lie. I don't think rapping wise, none of the females is harder than Nicki. Straight up. This is my opinion. I don't think rapping wise, none of the females is harder than Nicki. Nicki hands down. She go in the booth, switch it up, go in, go hard. I just think, she a little, throwed, but, we all can be, you know what I mean? But the style of rapping, Nicki got it. This is what I say, hands down. You know what I mean? Glow, I think right now she just holding it. She got it right now. Cardi's about to drop an album. Do you think Cardi is about to drop something that's fire or is going to be trash? Now, we ain't heard from Cardi in about 7 years now. An album. I think it ain't going to be it. That's just me. I think when you wait too long and you be trying to hold back and you be trying to like want it to be perfect, it ain't gonna be it. You just gotta let it out. This what I think, you know. But Glorilla got it right now. You know what I'm saying? This is how I see it. Glow got it right now. Facts. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Smash the like button. And share this video. I think Glow got it right now. Yeah. Hands down. That's just how I see it. You know what I mean? But Nicki, I think her pen game harder than all of them. Yeah. She just, you know, I think she was blackballed at one point because whatever they was going through in the industry. I think they had Nicki blackballed, so they wasn't putting her out there. You know what I mean? And she was saying that she had the money to put her own shit on the radio, but they wasn't taking the money. They like, nah. It's like they got a call from somebody. Nah, don't put her out there. You know they do that though. And I think now a lot of the, you know, execs, things is being exposed because this how they've been doing jokers forever. And we see stuff happening. I think Roc Nation ready to go down. Yeah. I think Roc Nation ready to go down. Jay gonna end up selling it. Something crazy because it's too much going on with the Roc Nation. You know, from what I see. I think it's too much going on with the Roc Nation. And, you know, they in all kinds of lawsuits and situations. You know, Desiree Perez, she going to war with the daughter. They named in all kinds of lawsuits. And I think it's going to go down. You know, they get cocky though. That's the thing. They be in position and they get cocky. And then they start treating the people like they nothing. They love you when they first get you. But once your contract rate in, I think they start treating them different. You know, especially if you're not going to sign again and they know that you're going to go get your own money. It's crazy how the world is controlled that way with the paper. Whereas though, don't nobody want you to go eat on your own. Straight up. Don't nobody want you to go eat on your own. Straight up. It's like they want to have a hold of you. They don't want you to go out there and do your own thing. It's like they got to have a hold of your music, what you going on. You know, whatever you doing, they want parts. If they not getting a percentage, it's like nobody's really hearing from you. This is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button too. Share this video. This is how I see it, man. You know, and Nicki going in right now. She feeling some type way. You know, she letting her feelings out. Yeah. You know, and Cardi, she was in love like the 14th of February. She was in love like the 14th of February. And guess what? It's over. That quick. That quick. She was in love. She had a winner. They was going to the gym, working out together. They was taking pictures, videos. They had it popping. Something happened there. You know, something happened. And my man Stephen Diggs skated. Yeah. So Cardi album ready to come out. And I think it's going to be took too long. I don't think it's going to be it. You know, you study long, you study wrong. I really believe that. She was supposed to drop. She worried about it being perfect. Nah. You know, and if it don't drop like she wanted to be, it's going to end up sending her in a state of depression. You know how that go. Yeah. She should just go ahead and put it out. And if they don't like it, make another one. But when you try to make it perfect and you take that long, like, I don't think nobody want to hear a whole album of Cardi sound. That's just me. I don't think nobody wants to hear a whole album, though, of Cardi sound. Nah. Yeah. And yeah, they said her BBL stink. Yeah. They said it stink. It smell like boo-boo. But, you know, the BBLs, man, they ain't even all that, though. Overrated. Overrated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nicki, she can rap, but she got the BBL too. She going through things with her BBL. You know? Her butt was dropping too. What's going on with that, though, ladies? Tell me about that. What's the reason, right, to get the BBL? I need to know. Can y'all tell me straight up? What's the reason? Real rap. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button. Yeah. What's the reason to get the BBL? I need to know. Is it that you want to see somebody look at that booty? It's okay if you got a pancake. Come on. It's okay. Everybody want to have a fat butt. It's okay to have a pancake, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's cool. You might find somebody that really loves you for this pancake. They might enjoy what you got. Everybody's not attracted to a big butt. Damn, it's some guys that they want a washboard. They just want your back to be connected to your butt. They just want you for you. Come on, man. I'm just being real. Yeah. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button. Let's do that. You in the building? Let's get the likes up. Hit the like button. Facts. Yeah. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, man. Yeah. And, you know, we got to get the grind back on. We bringing it from the mug. Yeah. You know, tell me how y'all feel about Nicki going on a rant saying Jay owe her some paper, man. Tell me about that. I want to know how y'all feel about that. She saying Jay owe her some chicken and she want hers. Let me see. She saying Jay owe her some chicken and she want hers. So you know she going all the way in about that. Yeah, she talking about 100, 200 million. And you know she had eyes with Megan Thee Stallion. I think Megan Thee Stallion situation been downhill, you know, since she got Tory in the clink. Man, do y'all think she, you know, was shot by Tory? Like, I think her situation went down. Honestly. I think it went down since then. You know, don't nobody want to, you know what I mean? Don't nobody really want to hear Meg. I don't think her music, you know, lasts more than a week. I think about a week you might hear something from her, and then it's like, all right, that's over. You know what I mean? All right, that's it. I don't want to hear that no more. Yeah. Let me know how y'all feel about that, though. Yeah, I think about a week. After a week, it's like, I'm going to do with this. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I definitely think Roc Nation going, you know what I mean, basement. Yeah, I think they going basement. I ain't gonna lie. I think Roc Nation going basement, man. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the cameraman going forward. It was the cameraman. And you know, Roc Nation at one point, right? They had that pressure. Whereas though, whenever they said something, it was going their way. And you know, they think they gonna win every situation. The judge said, nah, they allowing Sweet Nuts to push the line on this one. Yeah. He say Roc Nation cannot dismiss cameraman's lawsuit over alleged car incident. Yeah, they ain't playing no games. Then they got Jay. They said Jay-Z trending because the judge has granted Ray Mir request to move forward with his case. And the judge has demanded Jay-Z to respond to Ray Mir's paternity lawsuit by July 18th. So, and y'all know, right? They say the boy mom was young. They say the boy mom was young now. That's what they say. They say the boy mom was young. Nicki on her BS for real though. She ain't playing. They said, wow, Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez is allegedly abusive. Her daughter, Demori, claims her mother held her against her will and was punching her. This so sad. This not the actions and concern of a mother. Y'all think that's Jay's son, man? Real rap. Y'all think that's Jay's son? I'm just asking. Y'all think that's Jay's son? It might be Jay's son. We don't know though. Yeah. You know they get the trolling. He said this isn't going to stop until Jay dusts off his mic and pay Nicki the $200 million. The $200 million. Let me see. Hold up. You know what I wanted to pull Nicki Instagram up. Hold up. Let me pull Nicki Gram up. Hold up. Let me pull the gram up for Nick. Let me pull Nick Graham up. Hold up. Man, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, right? Hit that subscribe button, man. Smash the like button. Let me pull Nick Graham up, man. Nick snapping too. I ain't even gonna hold you. She on one. Yeah, she on one. Yeah, she on one. She going in on Jay. She said, so let's get this straight. Y'all so-called black savior Jay-Z has an Hispanic CEO who was pardoned by President Trump. Interesting. So does this mean Desiree isn't a Democrat? Black people, I thought y'all hate all Trump supporters. Wait, did Jay-Z ever campaign for Kamala? He's benefited so much from the party when President Obama gave a speech about brothers. Why didn't Jigga Man come out and strongly campaign for the Democratic Party that time? Could it be that y'all have been hoodwinked? LOL, woo wee. That was so kind of President Trump. And that was so kind of President Obama to passionately go out and campaign. But what did Mr. Jigga Man do to help y'all win the election? He's above speaking out to help his party. And was it not his party? Is it just about who can benefit him or Deseret at the time? Oh, black people, it looks like Jigga Man and Deseret played y'all once again. Nicki's on one, man. Nicki is on one. She feeling some type way. You know, she going at Jay hard body. She feeling some type way. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, she feeling some type way about this one. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah. She feeling some type way about this one. Let me see here. What this say? Hold up. Make sure you smash that like button for me too. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah. They say the judge has denied Roc Nation and Megan Thee Stallion's motion to dismiss a lawsuit where her homosexual cameraman claims the twerker forced him to watch her have a freak-off car sex with a woman inside of a moving car while on tour in Isbia, Spain in 2022. But why he come out with it now, though? That be the only thing, though. Even though I know he is sweet nuts, why did he come out with it now, though? His money must be funny. I tell you that. They say the judge Wood says the cameraman who is gay plausibly pleads that the alleged actual encounter in the SUV in Ibiza created a hostile work environment based on plaintiff's sexual orientation. The federal judge says the salacious lawsuit sets forth adequate discrimination and retaliation claims and can move forward. Nicki talking slick though. She said, what was the name of it? Megan's Law? What was the name of that law again? Karma's Law? Touch not my anointed. Nicki feeling some type way. Yeah, she on one about this. Yeah, she feeling some type way. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, she feeling some type way. I ain't gonna hold you. They ain't pay Nicki that paper. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Smash that like button. They ain't pay Nicki that money, man. Nicki wanted that paper. You know what I'm saying? Jay holding back. You know, Jay in position, right? But from everything we hear about Jay, I ain't gonna lie, man. Jay was one of those type of people that when he got his position, he just held it on people. This is what I see. 50 said it. We heard Nicki say it. But I think it's really like that with a lot of these people that get the position in the game. If I'm just being real. I think when they get that position in the game, it's like they want to hold other people down. Don't nobody want to let nobody really elevate. It's like they want to show who got the power. This is why I think don't nobody never really make it in the industry. Because it's people on a lower scale in the industry doing it as well as people on a higher scale. So you got people on a lower scale in the industry that will get you to the major, but at the same time, they get you signed under contract and now they want to hold it on you, but then they might try to get you to the major, whereas though you really ain't getting nothing off your deal. You got to do the shows and tour, and if that don't go as well, you done in the industry. So I think they just be like holding each other down. It's like, and then when the Joker do break through, they on a mission to hold somebody else down because they thinking about how they was treated. So I think it's like a cycle. You know, don't nobody want to let nobody really elevate because they think that if they let you elevate, you gonna pass them and they gonna feel like it ain't good for you to pass them. As long as you under them, you good. But you can't pass me. Don't pass me. I'm not putting you above me. But as long as you stay beneath me, you cool. Yeah. So I think the industry, you know, is definitely like a curse. I think for a long time, people looked at the rap game as if, you know, it was a prize. Because we might see somebody make it every now and then. But I really think it was sort of like a curse because we see majority of the people don't make it, but everybody chasing it. You know, I think it's something like if you want to get in that industry, right? Don't put that first, as in depending on everybody. Put some energy into it, but don't just like put that as that. Because if you do, most of the time, them people be disappointed. They be straight disappointed because things don't go where they wanted to go. Somebody holding them back. And then we see some people that be in the light. And then the next thing you know, if they don't follow the protocol, they get bumped back down. Yeah, like Nicki. I'm telling you, Nicki harder than all the broads out. But they not pushing Nicki first. No. They ain't pushing Nicki first. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm just being real. I think that the industry definitely is picking and choosing. And I think like Jay got the market cornered, you know, and like Bobby Smurda said, it's certain people that if you don't go with the program, they definitely gonna blackball you. They not gonna let you elevate. They gonna make sure that you don't get no spins. And I think Diddy was doing the same thing to people. Just being real. That's how the execs is rolling, to control the money. But damn, they rich. Diddy, Jay, they rich. But they don't want to see nobody else on that level. Because they can't control it. I'm just being real. Hey, Dustin. I was looking for you too, Dustin. Tell me, what does the other channel that you got that you say we blocked? Because I'm be able to find you now, Dustin. Tell me what the other channel that you got. What's the what it look like as in the symbol? What's the symbol? Because I'm gonna be able to find you too, Dustin. I got some info on how to get people back in there. So we're gonna do that for you right now, Dustin. Tell me that. Yeah. Let me know that, man. Yeah. And you know I appreciate all y'all that rock with me too. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this video. Let me know what it is, Dustin, so I can get it back up. It's black with a full moon. I'm ready to find you right now. Blessed. Let me see, I'll make sure I say her name right. Blessed Nine Your Beauty told me how to get it back. So I thought about you, bro. I said I gotta get it back. You said with a half a moon. Is it spelt the same way? Yeah, because I want to get you back in there, bro. Real rap. Because let me see. You said it's spelt the same exact way. We're going to get you back in there, bro. Real rap. Yeah, bro. Hey, man, you might gotta text that one to me, bro. If you text it to me, I'll be able to find it. Cause I don't see nothing with no half moon. Yeah. Yep, I don't see nothing with no half moon. If you text it to me, I'll be able to find it. Yeah, text it to me, I'll be able to find it, man. Cause yeah, text it to me, man. Text it to me. Cause if you text it to me, I'm gonna be able to find it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta know what it I gotta know exactly what it's looking like because yeah, I don't see it. I touch it, I click your name in here and I ain't seeing no half moon. But if you send it to me, I'ma find it, bro. Yeah. You got an at name or something, I can get it on there too. Yeah, I was thinking about it earlier. I just couldn't remember what it was. Yeah. You said at okay. I underscore Suge Lansky. Let me see. Let me see if I find that. Let me see if I find that. Suge Lansky. Let me see. I wanted to find that for you, bro. Alright. Let me see. Alright. Nah, bro. You live, bro. You ain't hitting, man. Yeah. Oh, nah. Yes, you was. Yes, you was. Yes, you was. Yes, you was, bro. Bam. You back. You back. I got you. There you go. You all the way live now. Go back to the channel. Go back to your other one and jump in the chat so your thing can be lit up. You back. Hey yo, I appreciate Bless Naija Beauty. Yeah, she told me how to go get the people back. Now I know how the people that get knocked all the way out, somehow somebody might block them. I know how to get them back. Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm back. We learned something. You know, I appreciate all y'all. Facts. I appreciate all y'all. We back. Yeah, I had to figure this one out. You know what I mean? She hit me with the info. We good. And I'm glad that she found out how to do it. Because boy, oh boy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Real rap. Word, because I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of the members to be, you know what I'm saying, not in the building. You You know what I mean? How you a member and ain't got your channel? You know what I'm saying? Word. Like, hold up. Yeah. Now I know that though. I don't know how that happened, but now I know that. Facts. Man, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Y'all know we on our way to 20K, right? I'm just being real. We on the way to 20K. No cap. Non-stop. Smash the like button too. I'm feeling good tonight. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good. Let me see what we got here. I'm feeling good. Yeah. I'm feeling good. I ain't know that. 607 Onk sent No Jumper a cease and desist letter for defamation. Hey, man, I ain't know that. 607 Onk said, man, hold up. They slandering my name, man. You know, going hard in the paint. Yeah. I think Aaron the plumber said No Jumper sent him a cease and desist letter. Well, what's going on with these cease and desist letters? They just going crazy with them, ain't they? God damn. Straight up. See, 6070 went up there and in his mind, he was like, man, I'm going to go up here to get some more exposure. But they going to play you. This is what I tell you about dealing with people, right? This is the one thing that you got to worry about dealing with people. They going to play you, man. Yeah. People, it's like he going up there on a mission to get some exposure, right? He doing the podcast for free. But they up there, they trying to use you. They want to bleed you. This is the game though, man. This is the game with people. When you dealing with people, you got to worry about them trying to use you. You got to worry about trying to squeeze all the juice out of you. Because do they really care? No. Man, it's about how they going to game. I'm just being real about how they going to game, man. I'm just keeping it a buck. That's all they looking at. Adam dealing with the people that, you know, he can benefit off. He don't care about none of them. 4 extras, right? Got his whole hand blew off. Boom! Right? He tried to light the firecracker literally inside a car. Like, let's be real. Dude tried to light the firecracker in a car, man. This is the type of brain. But these are the type of people that Adam have up there. Anybody with some real common sense, they not going to go up there and get pimped like that. For real. They not doing it. But these are the type of people that Adam get up there, right? And he get them under contract. And they be up there straight getting pimped. Now, you up here at No Jumper, right? This supposed to be your main man, right? We all know Adam rich, right? But Adam ain't giving you no 28,000. Adam looking at it like you really a liability, right? This how he handle them boys. He looking at them all like y'all really a liability to me. Y'all really not that beneficial because I know y'all gonna end up doing some goofy stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use y'all until y'all do something goofy, and then I'm like, all right, on to the next. So when we see 4 extras blow his hand off, right? Literally. Adam gonna let everybody else donate the money. They said Adam allegedly donated 1,000. Like, literally. 1,000. Come on now. Come on. A Band-Aid? This all Adam gave to the man. Adam done put a battery in this man's back. Straight up. Then got this man on no jumper. Put the battery in his back. Now he feel like He-Man, right? He got the exposure at no jumper. Dude feel like He-Man, literally. And he running around with this negative energy. And it reversed on him. And Adam only gonna give him a Band-Aid. That's it, 1,000. That's it. You only gonna give him $1,000? Come on, man. Damn. Yeah, but you know these guys, they like to get used, man. Straight up. They like it. Now you asking everybody else for money for your hand. Come on, man. Damn. And then I think Aaron the plumber had posted somebody's picture of a hand up there, right? But it wasn't for extra's hand because it was the left hand. We know the right hand is what happened to him. He posted a picture with the left hand. That was his right hand that blew off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Adam, like, used the crash dummies. He liked the crash dummies because he ain't really got to pay them nothing. And then, if they do something goofy and go to jail, all he gonna do is ignore them. Oh, man, hey, he might show up to a court date. Yeah, all right. But when they start talking about spending his money, man, he not spending his money. Yeah, hell no. He not helping nothing. Yeah, out here, 1,000. Come on, man. We know 1,000 ain't nothing to Adam, but he gonna act like it. Especially this supposed to be somebody that's with you. Somebody that's signed to you. Somebody that's under contract. You don't want to make sure that he get the surgery. You know, because Adam going to look at it like, I ain't going to never get this money back. Yeah, I ain't going to get it back. But you know, the situations that these boys keep running to. They literally keep running up there, putting themselves in these situations. And then, hey, like I said, I ain't mad at Adam though. Adam like smart, playing him straight up. Yeah. The nigga act like nigga ain't got 28. Nope. He ain't got 28,000. He ain't got nothing he can sell for 28,000. He not 28,000 worth of nothing. The jewelry he got on ain't worth 28,000. Nothing is 28,000. Yeah. But you willing to go out here and threaten everybody with this violence, but you don't know how to get no money. Yeah. You don't know how to get no money. See, I'm going to tell you though, right? A lot of them jokers, they want to run around and look like paper. A lot of them, they want to run around and look like money. Don't nobody want to, all right, I'm not going to go out here and get every outfit to match my sneak, the hat, the shirt, every day. This why they can't manage no paper. Nah, that's not the wave. Come on, man. You got to grind first and get there. Now, if you there, it's different. But damn, something happened, you ain't got no money. None. Nigga ain't got no money. You can't say, all right, I'm going to sell this. All right. Nah. Crazy. And I know right now, he ain't making no content. None. Yeah. Can't face the people. All that tough talk. That right there going to crush him. You know, we going to see how this energy be. Yeah. Because the energy going to change. You got to face the people with this energy that you had saying you was going to do this to people and do that. Now, you ain't operating right. So, we going to see. Yeah. We gonna see. Adam like, man, shit. These dudes, I ain't gonna be spending all my money on them. And I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real because y'all know I like to be 100, right? Shouldn't nobody else have to save their paper to save you? I'm just being real. Especially when you out here doing crazy, goofy stuff. You should be planning. If you out here doing crazy, goofy stuff, you should be planning for a hiccup. Yeah. Straight up. Change is cool to cop, but more important is lawyer fees. Yes. It's all good to get a chain. But do you got money for a case? It's a lot of dudes running around the streets out there in the streets doing goofy stuff, but don't got no lawyer money. Don't got no bail money. Don't got nothing, no equity in nothing, no nothing to rebound. I'm just being real. It's a lot of dudes out there that don't got no money to rebound. Like, you ain't planning for the rebound? You never know when you're going to have that situation. I'm just being real. It can come at any moment. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And you don't expect to have it. But the thing is, you got to prepare. Yeah. Because it can happen instantly. This why, I used to always look at it like this, right? When I ran around in the streets and stuff like that, if I knew I was working on something, I was cautious. Like, I think a lot of people be out there running around in the street, right? And they don't be thinking about what can happen until it happens. When in all actuality, you should be running around cautious. You shouldn't be out there, doing goofy stuff and you trying to save your money. I think it's more better to be out there and be calm, cautious, because you saving right now. But a lot of people be trying to look for the attention and they trying to do goofy shit and don't got no money to back themselves up for extra. Dude ain't got no money to back himself up. None. This was the time he was supposed to be getting it together. Yeah. Sometimes you got to stay in place though. It's okay. Sometimes you got to literally stay in place and grind. But you can tell when these dudes be all over the place and they want attention here, attention there, knowing they ain't got it. And when the bump come, that's when you see. Nigga ain't got no bail money. Nigga ain't got no money. He's starving. But I guarantee you this. 4 extras, he might be talking like he talking, but in the inside, he feel that. I'm going to tell you that right now. The inside, he's feeling that. Of course. Yeah. He playing that hard like, I don't care, but he feeling that. Because that energy that you was putting out there, it then came back crazy. So I'm sure he's sitting there like, man, I gotta put this image on because they used to me holding this image, right? But in the inside, he broke. And I'm saying, not financially, because we know he broke financially, but he broken. Internally. Internally, the bull broken, man. Straight up. Yeah, but we talking about 4 extras. I seen him loan some of the dudes money. This why he ain't helping 4 extras. See, he loaned Brick Baby some money, right? Brick Baby ran off on the plug twice. Now, 4 extras is real aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Adam's scared of 4 extras. I'm going to tell you that right now. Even with his one hand, Adam's still scared of 4 extras. So, Adam is not lending 4 extras no money. See, he lent Brick Baby some money, right? And he was expecting to get that paper back. Brick Baby ain't paying back. But 4 extras, he not going to lend him nothing. 4 extras ain't paying him back nothing. Straight up. 4 extras going to say you burnt. I can already look at the type of character. So if he going to do something for 4 extras, he got to just give it to him. Straight up. 4 extras going to tell him you burnt. Yeah, like that too. Straight up. Man, you know what it is. You cooked. Adam going to be like, okay. Ain't going to say nothing. Because he's scared of him. You know what I'm saying? This dude running around with his high ass energy. He got all these gang members with him. He going to tell Adam you burnt. You cooked. What Adam going to say? Damn. I knew I shouldn't have did it. So what Adam is going to do is he going to give him. Yo, I'm going to just give him this 1,000. I ain't worried about getting 1,000 back. Yeah, it's only 1,000. I ain't going to worry about it. But if he tell 4 extras, I'm going to lend you the 28, man, you think 4 extras going to give him a penny back? Nothing. 4 extras ain't give him nothing back. Nigga, going to say, you know what it is, up in smoke. Yeah. He going to tell him, get it back in blood. Yeah. If Adams lends 4 extras, 28,000, he going to tell him, get it back in blood, man. Straight up. I'm going to just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real. You said if Adam's scared of these dudes, then why he keep hiring these gang members? Because they bring him the content. They bring him the content. But I really think 4 extras, Adam's scared of 4 extras. Man, you see how he was talking to Adam in there, bro? When they did that podcast, when he got out the last time, he made Adam be quiet a few times. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just be real. I think the way he was talking to Adam when he got out this time, Adam was being quiet. He started saying, and you, he was all in his face like this. And you, I'm telling you, you going to put me in there with this fiend and this junkie and this. Man, I'm just being real. I think he definitely scared of 4 extras. 4 extras bring that hype energy. You got to be a person with you got to be a non-fearing person to be in the presence, because he one of them type people that might just flip out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like with 4 extras, you got to be ready to fight around it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a person that is not willing to tuck your tail. You know, it's people that's willing to be like, all right, I'm going to let him say what he's want. But I know, like, my personality, with somebody like that, I'm ready to snap back. So for me to be around somebody like 4 extras, I'm going to have to be ready to go. Because I'm not going to be allowing you to be all in my face. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Adam, he allowing the boy to be all in his face. He was like damn near doinking him. You know what I'm saying? When he first came out and did that first interview, he was damn near doinking Adam. He was like this. Like, yo, man, if you don't get your hand out my face, like, come on, bro. What you talking about? He like, oh, man. Man, shut up, Adam. Shut up. Shut up. Adam, be quiet. Like, hold up. Like, who you telling to shut up? What you talking about? But you can tell. You know, I'm not saying Adam is scared of every gang member, but I think 4 extras, he was scared of 4 extras. You know what I'm saying? He had a different volume. You know what I'm saying? He had the volume like he gonna flip any minute. You know what I'm saying? So I say I felt like Adam was scared of it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm just being real. So, I don't think he was scared of Brick Baby. Nah. This why he let Brick Baby hold 10,000. Like, nah, I might can get this back. You know what I mean? I might can get it back. He might can work it off. Nigga, he give 4 extras 28,000. 4 extras gonna tell him you burnt. And I'm telling you, I can see 4 extras looking at him in his eye. Man, you burnt. Man, listen, I get it to you when I get it. Yeah. And I better get my check. Like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I better get my check. You hear me? And if I don't get my check, I'm going to tear this joint up. I'm going to tear everything up. Adam going to be like, all right, I'm going to make sure you get your check. I'll make sure you get it. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure you get the check. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You going to get your check. I got you. This how I see it. Brick Baby had Adam feeling real comfortable. Of course. They was talking gay stuff and everything together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You see how he talked to Wack? It's like he damn near want to put a finger in Wack. You know what I'm saying? Like, real rap. The bro said Wack like 3 fingers with the rotation. Adam damn near want to put 1 or 2 in him. Word. Talk to him crazy. Like, he tell the man that R&B is pegging you. Like, hold up. Hold up. Oh, man. Like, that's deep. You that comfortable to talk like that? Yeah. So, when I see that right there, it let me know, man. That's what type time, boy. You know what I mean? Adam pick and choose the certain type of, people he want to have that persona with. But I think with 4 extras, it was like, I ain't going to get out of control with him. Yeah. And he seen that the boy 4 extras brought him the content. You know what I'm saying? He seen he brought him the content. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button, man. Share this video. Straight up. Yeah. I definitely feel like that. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like 4 extras. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Had Adam shook. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already, If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button, man. And share this video. You know what I mean? That's just how I see it, though. Some people might see it different. Yeah. Yeah, I think he had to pay them boys too to come to No Jumper with him. I do think that. You know what I'm saying? I do think he had to pay them boys. They wanted some chicken. You know what I mean? He had to pay them boys to come to No Jumper. Yeah. But 4 extras would have told him, yo, you burnt. Nigga, I ain't got nothing for you. Yeah, that's it. So he only gave up 1,000. Yo, here go 1,000. Put 1,000. Bill 28. Here, 1,000. And you know what he did? He shared it on his Facebook. So maybe he felt like that had value to it. He said, I'm going to put 1,000 in it, right? And I'm going to share it on my social media platforms, and that might felt like he might felt like that had more value. Like, nah, by me putting him on the platforms and showing everybody that he was needing money, that might have, you know what I'm saying, might have made him feel like, you know, they had value to it, I guess. I'm just being real. That's how I see that. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button too. And share this video. You know, that's how I see it though. Let me see here. Let's see what old Wack talking about, man. Let's see what old Wack talking about, man. Let me say 4 extras. Hold up. Let's see what old Wack talking about, man. Let's see what old Wack talking about. They said Wack. Let me see, yeah. Nigga lit the firework in the car, though. That was ill. This nigga lit the firework in the car, though. In the car. And I really think they gonna lock him up for that. Like, I really think that they gonna lock him up. They gonna charge him. And I think it's his 3rd strike. I think they gonna roof that bull with that. Because if you really look at it, right? He was doing a drive-by. He was lighting the firecracker, trying to throw it out the window. So, boy was doing a drive-by. I think they gonna hold it on him. You know what I'm saying? I think they gonna hold it on him. This is what I think. Straight up. Because you was running around trying to light the... Like, when... Think about this, though, right? When the law looks at that you was lighting this firework in the car, you blew your hand off, and you blew your homie's part of his face, ear, allegedly, whatever off, right? In the car, though. Y'all think they ain't gonna charge that man? Y'all tripping. I'ma just be real. That's a charge right there. Who lights fireworks in the car? So, if you don't think he gonna get charged, watch and see. The nigga lit the firework in the car, man. In the car. You wasn't even outside in the woods, responsible, right? With it down, long handle lighter. Nigga, you was trying to be out the window. Shh, boom. Yeah. And it lit off in the car. You ain't even think about trying to hold it out the window, though. You see what I'm saying? It's like that right there, and then the other person that blew the side of their face off. You think that they not going to charge you? You know, when I first put that video up there and I was saying that, right? You got to remember, people was like, nah, they ain't going to charge you. Of course they going to charge you. Why wouldn't they? Like, you think they don't want to enforce the law? Why wouldn't they want to enforce the law? Because if they don't, somebody else going to do the same thing. So, they're going to make an example out of it. You know what I mean? I think, and then listen. So, when I sit there and think about this, right? That might be why Adam ain't giving him no paper. Because Adam knows something ready to go down. Adam probably thinking this too. Man, they going to lock him up. Come on now. They going to lock him up. Yeah. The law. And I think this the nigga 3rd strike. It's a felony. Come on now. It's a felony. That would be ill, right? If they gave him a third strike with the felony on the fireworks and he lost his hand. That would be ill to get a life bid, 3-strike law, and then lose your hand playing with fireworks. That would be ill. I ain't gonna lie. That there be ill. Yeah. That would be ill, man. Let me see. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button.
Oh yeah,
Was it true that the firework went off in the?
Oh, that eating back up, man. Once he was talking shit, cracking them jokes and shit.
I don't know why they mad at him. I don't know. He didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't say how much.
They couldn't find nothing though.
Well, he gonna ride off the last.
Right.
What is that?
Who was that Adam was sitting down with? They was talking about it today, and he was saying he don't think he gonna get a prosthetic. He think he gonna come in with the nub covered up.
Oh yeah,
Was it true that the firework went off in the car?
Nah, I don't. I just learned that.
Yeah, I seen Adam say that, and he's telling me he was partially blind. He said it went off in the car. He tried to throw it out the window. I'm like, damn, I didn't know if it was true. I just heard him say it. One of them robot arms, they be having to be metal. Now, if you punch somebody with that on, is that assault with a deadly weapon?
I don't know, but did it go off? If it went off in the car, what? That mean he had it in his left hand. They say his homie was driving, right?
Yeah, he said the homie was driving.
Hold up, Jack.
What side of the window was he trying to throw it out of, though?
It had to be the passenger side. He had to have it in his left hand. That nigga slow. Listen.
Because I was like, I know he ain't lighted with his right hand, try to throw it out the driver's side from the passenger side. Like, that'd be whack.
Nah, that don't even make sense.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
Because I'm trying to see how dude's face got hit. It's in his right hand, he on the passenger side. I don't know.
Shit, the guy's face got hit, but he was like he was on the passenger.
The guy was driving. His face got hit. Unless he lit it in the middle of the car, y'all, and it went off immediately, like right in his hand.
He probably tried to pick it up and throw it out. By the time it went off, it hit his face and his hands.
Yeah. They said the other dude, I don't know, reports saying what, he lost an eye and an ear?
Shit, if you could lose your whole hand, I would imagine it'd do to your face.
Think about that. Let's think about that though. On some real live stuff, right? If the boy lost his eye and an ear, there's no way he's not getting charged. Like, he lost the eye and the ear. What? Come on, man. There's no way. I'm just being real. There's no way. No way. An eye and the ear. If you light a firecracker off and somebody loses an eye and an ear, they're gonna charge you. I don't care what state that's in. Straight up. They're gonna charge you. Straight up. Yo, just be real now. Listen. Alec Baldwin, right? He was in a movie set and the firearm went off and unalived the camera lady. They charged him though. So if this dude is riding around in the car and lighting fireworks off illegally inside the car, trying to throw them out the window, you think that they're not going to charge him for that? Like, seriously. Of course they are. Trust me. They know the man is in surgery. He ain't running nowhere. Yeah. He not going nowhere. They know this. But trust and believe. Either on his way out the hospital or they gonna come to his house. I can guarantee you that. I'm willing to bet anybody that want to bet $1 to a dime. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to bet $1 to a dime. I got to start taking my bets. I got to start writing it down too. I want my 10 cent. Straight up. I want my 10 cent. I'm willing to bet $1 to a dime that either they're going to charge him on his way out the hospital or they're going to come get him. Yeah. I doubt, right? I doubt that they even let him go do another podcast and talk about it. If he don't do a podcast from the hospital bed, I doubt that they let him go talk about it. Like, literally, somebody allegedly lost their eye in their ear, and you think that they just gonna say, don't worry about it, and he lost his hand, and they lit a firework explosive in the car? Yeah, I can bet anybody. I'm willing to bet $1 to a dime. Yeah. They charged Alec Baldwin. They was on a movie set. They was on a movie set. And the firearm that was in the movie had real shells when it was supposed to be blanks. And somebody got unalive and they charged him. They gonna charge the bull with this firework. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, they both got that.
Hey, can you forgive a friend if you lose an eye in the ear?
What'd you say?
Can you forgive a friend if you lose an eye in the ear?
Hell no. Hell no.
Figure out.
Hey, we gotta ask y'all that, chat. If somebody was to cause you to lose your eye in your ear, could you forgive them? I couldn't. I don't care. I would really never want to see that person again. I'm like this. I don't even want, with the one eye that I got, I don't want to see him. And then they said, for extra, his vision ain't right. They said his vision ain't right. We hearing that he can partially see, but man, you don't know what can happen. I'm just being real. Straight up.
See, we got to get this story now, because now, I don't give, if you do some goofy shit, bro, it's goofy. I don't give a who did it, because, okay, I'm thinking these niggas is out the car. I'm thinking 4 extras was holding it, and the nigga leaned down to light it. So now you telling me the other nigga had nothing to do with it. This nigga took it upon himself to light that shit in the car and try to throw it out?
Yeah, like look at what Adam said. The whole thing. Adam said that dude was driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said dude was driving and 4
See, this how you knew 4 Extra had people that couldn't speak up for themselves around him. Cause ain't no way I'm gonna be driving my car and I'm gonna allow you to light that in my shit. I'm putting you out. I don't care who you are, man. Get out, bro. Get out and do that, man. Get out. And I'm serious. You're not lighting that up in my car. You think I'm gonna sit here while you light this up in my car? See, you know, these people don't be really looking at the worst. I be looking at the worst with things like that. I'm not looking at, oh, it's gonna be all right. I'm looking at, yo, this might go left. This really might not go how I planned to go. Nigga, you not lighting nothing up in my car. You don't get your ass out.
Supposedly to throw it out the window and it went off.
So what side of dude's face? Is it dude's left side or right side?
That's what I'm wondering. It's gotta be his right side.
Adam said his left side, which is weird.
So that means dude threw it out his side of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did they have the AC on? Because that AC will give that fuse an extra power to light up.
Man, all that, why would you toss a M80 out the driver's side of the window? Why would you even risk after hit the top of the door frame? Nah, we gotta.
Hey, you think he turned his head wack? Like when he was lighting it, turned his head to look that way and then hit the left side?
Don't even make, you don't, like, none about that shit makes you.
And he played Daredevil at the wrong moment.
Yeah, I thought they was out. Yeah, I thought they was out the car too, but inside of the car is great. But okay, so they say he couldn't see. How did he get out the car to the curb? And the other dude, they say he couldn't see how he stopped the car. So was like,
Man, that ain't hard to do. You stop, you hit the brake and hop out the door.
That's why, like, your instinct would be, I guess it would be to get out the car because it probably was smoke and everything in there.
Gee, you got missing body parts. I mean, that's where you ain't even thinking at that point.
Shit, he ain't my friend. If he do some crazy stuff while I'm in the car, you got me.
Clubhouse.
Like, for real. Ain't no way I'm sitting in the car with you and allowing you to light no damn firework, man. I'm not sitting there, you know, while you light the firework, man. Yeah. Ain't no way. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button, man. Smash the like button, man. Ain't no way. I don't care what they say. Oh, man, it's going to be real quick. I'm going to tell you, get out. Get out now, bro. Get out. Real rap. Yeah. I would rather, you know, we have a beef and get into a fight than let you light something up in my car like that. I'm just being real. Yeah. Hell no. I'm just keeping it a buck. Yeah, nah, you ain't lighting that in here, bro. Straight up. I don't care what you say. Get out. But the dude losing an eye in the side of his face. Damn. 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 That's a deep situation, man. That's real deep. I ain't even gonna hold you. Straight up. And his hand looked bad. That hand looked bad. It was no way they salvaging that. I think they seen it was a pinky still on there. I think it was a pinky still. But they was gonna save the pinky? Ah, man. Yeah. Straight up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What was it, a pinky? Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, hell no. Let me see here. No, you said. I don't know how that dude Noble passed away, the outlaw. I don't know how he passed away. Yeah, I don't know how Noble Outlaw passed away though. Yeah, I don't know how he passed away. Let me see. Friday, no. Oh, they said he died by self-inflicted. Oh, man. Man, one thing I say, man, don't ever take yourself out. I don't care what it is. Yeah, they saying he took himself out. Nah, don't ever take yourself out. Ever. Trust me, whatever you going through, it'll be better in a couple days. Straight up. Yeah. Don't ever take yourself out. I'm telling that to everybody. I don't care what you going through. Don't ever do no shit like that. Because it could be next week something come in as a blessing for you. I'm telling you. You know, I ain't never feel like doing nothing to myself. I felt like snapping out before, right? Man, I'm a snap. But I ain't never felt like doing nothing to myself. Like, hold up. Nah. So, you got to think about this. In a couple days, that's like an instant feeling. Whenever you mad about something, that's instant. In a couple days, everything gonna change. In a couple days, everything gonna change, man. I'm just being real. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Smash that like button. It said it happened in Atlanta. In Atlanta Friday morning. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, he was tweaking, man. He was weak-minded. I'm just saying, if you take yourself out, you weak-minded. You know what I'm saying? I'm just be real. Like, if you feeling that depressed about anything, right? The best thing to do is cut everybody off. Just cut everybody off. You can't worry about nobody else. Get yourself together, and that's all you focus on. Don't worry about trying to get somebody else to make you feel better. You got to cut everybody off and figure out what you're going through. Don't ever take yourself out. Never. Hell no. Because I'm telling you, next week, it really might be a good week for you. But you done jumped the judgment and took yourself out, and you ain't know what next week had in store for you. Hell no. But sometimes when you stress and you got people around you, you don't get the ability to think. I tell you that now. When you got people in your presence, it doesn't give you the ability to think. I don't care if you got to drop the youngins off somewhere. Go ahead. Get them out of here. Keep them for the week. You know what I'm saying? Take them somewhere. I don't give a fuck where you got to take them at. Don't do nothing to yourself. Hell no. Young Noble was tripping. Yeah, he was tripping. And it wasn't even that bad. Straight up. That was a decision he made off impulse that was goofy. Because next week might have been a way better week. Forget trying to live up to the standards of other people. It's a lot of jokers that, they want people to view them a certain way. So when people ain't viewing them the way they want to be viewed, they really depressed. They can get away from everybody. Straight up. You know what I mean? Get away from everybody. Figure out you. You know what I'm saying? You got to take that you time, man. You have to take the you time, man. Yeah. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I ain't know the boy took his own self out. Yeah, he was tripping. Yeah, he was tripping. He was tripping. I don't know if he was on something. I hope he wasn't on nothing. Some of these people, they be on all types of stuff and they come up with a dumb decision. Yeah. Like, damn, nigga, you like, hold up, bro. Take a step back. You know what I'm saying? Word. Like, come on, man. Yeah. He was just tired of living. He had to be. He had to be tired of living, man. Yeah. I think the best thing is when you're going through something, just cut everybody off. Straight up. I mean, when I say cut everybody off, I mean everybody. That's the best way to do. You need silence. You know what I mean? You get that certain silence, it'll like give you some clarity. You get a whole different clarity when you silent, man. And you just sitting there like, okay, all right. But when you got a whole bunch of people trying to instruct you how to get through something, you don't know which way to go. You don't know if you should go the way that this person's saying, the way that that person's saying, or the way that you feeling. Yeah. Nah, you get everybody away from you. Everybody. Cut everybody off. I don't care what nobody say. And you create a daily routine that's beneficial to you. And I'm going to just be real. You know, it's your boy DZ. I like to keep it a beam with y'all, right? If you going through something and you feel it's that serious, nobody else can make you feel better. You got to get in touch with you. Because somebody else can only give you a temporary satisfaction. That's it. They can make you feel like it's okay temporary. You can make yourself feel good permanently. But you got to get away from people. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might just need to go for a walk. You might just need to go, to the park by yourself and sit back like this. All right. You might just need to go ride a bike. You might need to just go get a massage. But go do it by yourself. Don't take nobody with you. Don't say, yo, you want to go get a massage with me? No. You go get the massage so that when you sit there, you can think. I'm telling you how important this is. For all the people that, feel where I'm coming from. It's real important to know how to get in touch with yourself. If you need other people to make you feel better all the time, you in trouble. If you feel like you can't be lonely and you need somebody else to validate things for you all the time, yeah, you got to get out of that. Because everybody can't help you. I'm just being real. It's some people that need to go to therapy, and I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because they need somebody to talk to. But I say, talk to you. Pray. Say a prayer. Talk to yourself. You know where you going wrong. Sometimes we be lying to ourselves too. Knowing damn well we going in the wrong direction. We get to lying to ourselves. Thinking that if you lie to yourself, that it's just going to correct itself. Nah. Talk to yourself. Take yourself in a different path. Yeah. And going out to the club ain't going to fix nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that think that if they go to the club, it's going to make everything better. Negative. Nah, going out to the club don't make nothing better. Going to the functions where everybody at don't make nothing better. It just have you having encounters with people that you might even get depressed even more because you feel like they doing good and you not. You know what I'm saying? You get around these people, you like, man, everybody doing good, man. I don't like my life. Nah, go figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it was times that I felt like I had to be away from people for a long period of time. I might be on a mission. I'm trying to put things together. I'm trying to save up. And it might be months that I got to be in my zone to get me comfortable with me again. But a lot of people, feel like they got to be looked at as the best from other people. No. Listen, this is why I always say it's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Because we all gonna have setbacks, man. Like every day, every week, something gonna happen to set you back. Sometimes it's greater than others. But damn, man, you gotta keep pushing forward. No matter what. All right, I'm gonna get through this hurdle. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta take a step back over here. Let me put it together. Yeah, Young Noble was tripping, man. Yeah, man, ain't nothing going. I don't care what it is. Hell no, I ain't doing nothing to myself. Yeah, hell no. Hell no. I think that's a goofy mistake. I'm just being real. Yeah, I think that's the goofy mistake. Yeah, don't do that. It ain't working. Figure it out. You know what I mean? Tell everybody I can't hang out right now. I don't want to be around nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. State your name, where you calling in from.
What's going on, bro? I ain't checking in a while, but I've been zooming in, but I ain't been able to call in. But yeah, I like your topic tonight. I feel as though this is one of the ones that's needed.
Yes, sir. What's good
You
with
know. Oh, man, listen, I'm doing beautiful, bro. Listen, I just think the topic is just hot, and I had to call in and see, you know what I mean? It's lay my, you know what I mean, my perception down or you know, my opinion. But yeah, like, a lot of these young boys don't be having the guidance, you dig? So, you know, they be in crazy mental states before they even get to, you know, to figure out what to do. And sometimes because I went through that myself, but I just was one of the lucky ones that made it far enough to be able to, you know what I mean, figure it out. And, you know, like you said, separate from the people. Everybody can't do that. Some of them young boys, bro, that's how they blow their brains out. Because it be hard, you dig? But at the same time, you know what I mean, we all ain't built the same. You know what I mean? So I seen a lot of my couple of my friends, you know what I mean, committed suicide, stuff like that. But it's a great topic because young boys need to hear this, and I don't think there's enough soldiers out here left. Well, they is out here, but they ain't being heard, or you know, they being blocked. But you know what I'm saying? This right here to build. You know what I mean? You helping somebody tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most
Facts.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, that's just it, man. Let's stay strong. Sometimes you gotta, you know, separate yourself from the people, and you know the circles and all that, and just keep going, and you figure it out in due time. You dig? You know what I mean? If you ain't on the drugs and drinking and all that, you could figure it out, and when you come back, you'll be stronger. I had a bunch of people turn their back on me. You dig, family and all that, and really it was just dysfunctional. But at the same time, that was the best thing that happened. When I thought it was the worst time, it was the best time because it gave me time to figure out, make good decisions, and just, you know, hold it on my own. You know what I mean? Because I always been riding for myself, and you know what I mean. I was like the matriarch, so I was just giving a lot. But you know, when people did stuff, and you know, all the love I was showing, after a while, it was nobody around, and it wasn't because of, you know, it was just a transition. You not the same person when you 15 and you 25. Right. You dig? So now navigating through it is hard. So it's levels. It's like, I think every 5 years you change. You dig? Well, you change every day, but I believe every 5 years you change. So it's like, all right, if I'm 12, I'm not hanging with the boy 17. If I'm 22, I'm not hanging with the boy. You know what I'm saying? Every 5 years, you get to a new stage and you got to elevate, or people won't leave you behind. And the older you get, the more you lose. You dig? So, you know what I mean? I just come to support the channel. Yo, I try to say it 1,000 times. So, SB, GB. Yeah, there we go. Listen. I hate sounding like this on the live Drake, but yo, keep doing what you doing, bro. I respect it, and yeah, man, you know what I mean? Definitely, man. Y'all like, subscribe, zoom into this. This is probably one of the realest channels. And yeah, I'm gonna start calling it a little bit more, man. But you know, I go. You doing your travels, and you know what I mean. I like to support the real though.
I appreciate you, my brother.
All right, bro.
Yes,
Enjoy the
sir.
rest of your night.
You too, my brother. Man, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Smash the like button, and share this live. Yeah. We all gonna go through things for real. Like all of us. Nobody's exempt from going through something, right? We all gonna be feeling down one time, right? Or another, multiple times. But doing something to yourself ain't gonna never benefit you. You're gonna be a coward. You're gonna be, escaping nothing really when you could be elevating next week. Next week might be the week where as though everything turn around and you be happy, and even like feeling it towards other people. Like, man, it's their fault. Nah, get yourself together and bring it back. It's always gonna be something. Life without problems ain't life. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Life without problems ain't life. No matter what level you on, you gonna have some problems. You gonna have problems where you got a lot of paper. You gonna have problems where you ain't got no paper. You gonna always have a problem in life. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and share this live. But no matter what you're going through, just always remember you can recover. Straight up. I've been up and down so many times. I remember, the times I felt like what I'm going to do next. We all get those times. Whereas though we feel like what we going to do next. Everybody get them. It's a part of life. What I'm going to do next. I don't know what I'm going to do. Man, I can't. Listen. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I gotta say this. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I just gotta be real. Some people really gotta understand that. I'm just being real. If you can't do it, you just can't do it, man. That's how the game go. I just gotta be real, man. If you can't do it, you just can't do it. Some people feel like if I can't do it, I gotta make it work. Nah. If you can't do it, you can't do it. You keep moving. And I promise you this. You gonna get through it. I listen to all my people that rock with me. Trust me. Everything always work itself out. If you don't believe me, just trust me and try. No matter what it is, it always work itself out. I'm talking about every single time. It be the things that you feel like you stress the most about. They always work themselves out. Every single time. Every time. You like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do and I got this coming up. Just sit back. If you can't make it, put it together. Figure something out. It's going to work out. It always do. You got to make positive decisions. Yes. But things always work out, man. And sometimes you got to eliminate some things. People don't be wanting to eliminate things. Like, you can't hold on to every habit. Eliminate some of them habits sometimes. Man, I ain't doing that. And watch how better you feel, really. Some people act like they can't never stop smoking bud. you can. They gonna always make the bud. You can go back and get it later. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Some people act like, man, I can't never quit. Nah, that's because you're an addict and you don't want to quit. You're an addict. You know what I'm saying? If you take a break, it'll be back there 6 months from now. Straight up. I'ma just be real. No cap. Yeah. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button for me too. Smash the like button and share the video, man. Yeah. It been times I felt like, man, what I'm gonna do? But then I sit back and say, man, it's gonna work out. You know, sometimes you gotta tell yourself, man, it's gonna work. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You might gotta say it over and over. Don't worry about it. And I'm gonna tell you this too, right? Don't have a problem with going in the mirror and talk to yourself. I'm telling you. You know, some people, oh, I ain't doing that. Man, go to that mirror by yourself. Nobody around you. And speak what you trying to do into existence. Whatever you going through, talk to yourself. Tell yourself what the problem is that you going through and how you're going to fix it. And say it with meaning, though. Man, I'm fixing this. Straight up. I don't care what it is. Man, listen. You might even gotta shake yourself. Man, I'm fixing this. Right? It has meaning. Dump it into yourself. And then when it start coming together, you're gonna smile. You're gonna be like, man, I knew I could do it. Yeah. And if anybody telling you something negative when you going through something, right? Or saying something negative, trying to speak that on to you, man, you gotta get away from them. Straight up. Nah. That's your dream, your goal. That's not theirs. They're not gonna have the same feeling about whatever you're trying to fix and go through. You know, that's why I say you can listen to some people, but I think a lot of times it's like, I don't want to hear what you talking about because this is my situation. You can't feel my situation. You know what I'm saying? And trust and believe. They don't care about it like you do. It's your life. You know, you might can say something to them and you're like, oh, they care. No, they don't. It's not them. If it was affecting them, whereas though it was their life, they would care. You know, I think, you know, we taught, right, to really worry about others before ourselves. And I think that's a lot of problems with people. Just being real. We taught to care about others. Like, oh, I gotta do this for my family and hold up. But the whole time, things ain't right with you. And then you get to lying to yourself. Well, long as I do this for my family, eventually one day things will get right for me. But you ain't never working on the things for you. So how is they going to get right? You ain't even putting yourself in that direction. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. How is something going to get in line for you if you don't never work to put it in that direction? Because you just saying it is? No. Oh, I'm going to just give everything over here. No. Get things right for you too. It's okay. And I feel that that's really important. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, right? Hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button. You know I appreciate y'all. You just came in the building. Hit that like button. What's popping, everybody? What's popping? Sometimes you got to do that, man. You know, people act like getting yourself together and not paying attention to what other people doing, that you selfish. It's not always like that, man. You got to understand, though, if you can't function correctly, you're no good to nobody. Yeah, if you can't function correctly, what good are you? You ain't good to nobody. Straight up. You really bringing other people down with you. So focus on you and pay attention to what you got going on, and then you might be able to help somebody. Then you might be able to, all right, I got you. Yeah. But don't ever take yourself out the game, man. Nah. Because y'all understand that this is a game, right? You know what I mean? I gotta be real. Y'all my folks, right? And you know I like to keep it a bean with y'all. Y'all know this is a game that we in, right? This is a real live game that we in. You gotta pay attention to how we check out. You know what I mean? Pay attention. Ain't no restart, right? It's a game with no extra lives. You know what I'm saying? So we all know the game is gonna end. Nobody ever beats the game. That's just the thing about this game. You know how all the games they created, somebody would eventually beat the game. Nobody ever beats this game. Ever. So the objective is to try to play it the best you can. And I really don't think that the game is about making sure that you satisfy others' needs and neglect your own. That's just me. You know, that's just how I feel. I don't think that's what the game is for. To satisfy other people's needs and neglect your own. Because I'm telling you right now, if you live your whole life miserable, arguing, you lived a bad life. Straight up. If a person is rich, but they argue and they miserable every day, that's a bad life. If a person is just making it, but they got a smile on their face and they able to wake up and enjoy, they got a good life. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. And this is a fact. I want people to understand that. For real. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. State your name, where you calling in from.
Hey, yo, D, this is Wayman calling back again today.
You said it's who?
Wayman.
What's going on with you, Wayman?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm watching your live. If you remember, bro, back in the day when Colin Kaepernick was trying to get back in the NFL, Jay-Z was rooting for him. He was wearing his jersey and everything. And then, all of a sudden, he just turned his back on Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, that's how I be with people, man. You know, Jay-Z concerned about himself.
Yeah, bro, I can never respect that. And that jump with Wack 100, man, hey, only thing I want you to do, bro, is keep your foot on his neck, bro. Because that man a rat. That man a rat. He worked for the police, bro.
Yeah, we
I
know.
don't even live nowhere in that area, but I can see where he be coming from. Anybody that come across the path that he get close to, he cross him.
Facts.
Yeah, so, yeah, these, I don't really have too much more to say on that, but I was just listening to your content on that situation with Jay-Z, and I just remember back in the day when he was wearing the Colin Kaepernick jersey, root for Colin Kaepernick to get back in the NFL, and then he turned around and backdoored him only to get into the NFL.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have no respect for Jay-Z. I don't like him. I really hate him. I really hate him, bro. Like, I would never listen to any speech or anything he had to say because I feel like a lot of stuff that all these industry people have going on, a lot of stuff is behind closed doors that we don't even know about.
Right.
Yeah. So, nah, anything that's going on with Jay-Z, I don't even want to, I watch. Matter of fact, I was on YouTube today And I watched this man standing right next to P. Diddy, riding in the car with him, all type of stuff like that. And he was like, nah, we not friends. It's just funny, bro, when you separate yourself from people when that person is in a situation and you don't want to be involved in it.
Right.
Yeah. And also, I think I called you last night, but you hung up. It's a certain thing that come on YouTube called.
Yeah, bro. You keep telling me about other people's channel. Once you start telling me about other people's channel, we ain't doing no free promotion, bruh. That's what it is. You know, when you start trying to tell me about other people's channel, I don't want to hear about them channels, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't be watching them guys. You know what I mean? I'm on YouTube running the show myself. I ain't got time to watch them guys. None of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I ain't got time to watch none of them guys. I'm running my own show. I don't care about none of them guys. Facts. Yeah. No, none of them guys. Yeah. But you know, I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me. Facts. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button, and share this video. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him, JR Gets Bread. SBGB TV live calling show. What's poppin', Tex?
Yo, what's going on, fella?
What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, chat? Couple of tips, man, as I'm observing, right? If I can give a couple of positive tips to what is new people who might just be checking in, subscribing, what have you. And then there's quite a few who've been rocking with you, which is why you have that term. If you rocking with me, you rocking with me, right? Those are people who've been there, right? Couple of tips. My own personal approach and experience to becoming a member went like this. Before I became a member, before I actually subscribed, I actually was checking out your channel just to see what you're about, where you're coming from. Everybody's coming into the YouTube space with a podcast, right? But who you listen to and who you take into your hearing is very important, right? So I'm really not for a bunch of foolishness as far as looking at various different podcasts that bring foolishness. So one of the things that kind of I enjoyed about your content is what I think a lot of people should understand before they call in, without understanding the spirit of your podcast, right? So when you don't understand the spirit of your podcast, you don't understand the spirit of the man, a lot of things can come out of that, like the issue you had the other day with some sister who was saying she was a former gangbanger or something of that nature, and she got upset with you, right? And you put her on block, right? This was the other day, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I looked at that situation, here's what I saw. And I want to say this with class without saying anything negative toward the system. So as I observed what I observed this as what could be a common problem when you don't understand the spirit of your podcast. She came in and she made this argument. She said, well, I thought your podcast was a platform to give people a voice. And you said it is, right?
Yeah.
Crushed her. Yeah, you crushed her with that one, right?
Yeah.
She thought she was saying something, right?
Yeah.
She thought she was saying something. She said, you said it is, right? She said, well, I can't tell. I'm trying to tell you, blah, 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 blah. And then you said, and you did, right? And I let you do that. I let you get off what you had to say because this is a platform for people to express themselves. But that doesn't mean I have to agree with what you're expressing.
Right.
So the issue and the challenge became when you don't respect, when I don't buy into your viewpoint. Then now, here's the challenge. You begin to try to impose and enforce your will on what is me about
what you believe.
What you believe.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then that's why I kept going left, right? It just kept going left, right? So what, and then the other issue with that was I was kind of confused. You got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, right?
Yeah.
One minute you pro whack, anti whack, right? For whack, and then you went and switched to Adam. Your podcast clearly has been, if you've been anybody new coming to this channel, DZ been on whack neck. He been on whack neck. So if you're just tuning in to what is the algorithm, picking up whack with the badge, and then you see SBGBTV come through your stream, and you think that this is some new podcast channel that's on the bandwagon of talking about whack because it's in the algorithms, you've been in the algorithms with this. In fact, you've been one of the most consistent podcast YouTubers who've been consistently 7 days a week on his damn neck. In the alley. Mad squabbles. Holding down what is 4 or 5 hours of delivering engaging content. So just a little bit about SBGBTV. The podcast appears to be a raw, unfiltered platform focused on real life conversations, motivational content, and personal transformation, particularly from someone who has firsthand experience with the criminal justice system, as DZ keeps talking about. And then it says this about you. It says, this is very interesting. It says, theme of topics, real life topics. The emphasis is authentic, no nonsense discussions, likely grounded in personal experience and societal issues. So the conflict you had the other day, the sister didn't understand. You got to keep it raw and authentic, and you not for no nonsense. Then it talks about the chat and the importance of what your chat brings. Those that are in the chat, your moderators, those that are on your team, as I've been observing, they're doing a great job, right? Something I want to tell a man how to run his business. I just want to suggest something. When you were talking about, allowing people who've been previously blocked to just unblock them and let them live. My suggestion comes from a spiritual point of a little leaven ruins the whole lump. Sometimes you have to block people so that they don't create a spirit and an environment within your environment that is raw and authentic, and they coming with the clubhouse shit, right? You're not a clubhouse platform, right? To be engaging with foolish people, foolish conversations. You built a brand. SBGBTV has built a brand to have stimulating, engaging conversation and dialogue, right? Because there's a market for that, and that's why you're growing. Continue to stay authentic. Here's my suggestion to you in close. Continue to stay authentic, okay? And block their asses from coming in and being foolish, which will, this is why you have good dialogue within your chat. A lot of people who don't understand, when they look at your content, it's great content. But when you come over into the chat, it's engaging and it's fun.
Right.
Right. And you get to develop digital friendships. Right.
Yeah.
Digital friendships. Right. When you come over here, you get to get a digital friend. Mel G, Tools Much, RM, Kia, Mel G, Brown, Brooklyn BK, and so many others that are consistent with rocking with you. And they understand the spirit of your thing. Now, I want to talk about two more points, if I can, related to your topic on wack, right? So wack is not trolling. He's not trolling. He's patrolling. That's why he got a badge.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah. See, I'm learning to get better at this and with this because as I listen to you, you cover so much, right? You cover so much, and there are a lot of points that you don't want to overlook in what you're covering. So I'm just learning just as I'm listening, into the time you open up the line to take calls, I'm taking notes, right? So that when I have an opportunity to speak from my own point of view, I can articulate my thoughts as I've been writing them down. So I noticed Wack don't be trolling, he be patrolling, and that's why he got the badge, right? And then now you talked about the badge when it was given to him, according to his 3-4 occasions and times when he said it was given to him. It was given to him from Reggie White, then it was given to him from a state trooper or something of that nature. Highway Patrol. And then it was given by this is the last and the latest. From what he expressed on No Jumper, the last and the latest is that you got it from what is your daughter's father, who's a gangster, former gangster or street guy.
His daughter friend father. This is the Highway Patrol guy. He's a cop, I guess, but it's the daughter's friend.
He didn't say that. Is this a different guy? This is where I don't want to be confused.
Nah, because he said this. That's what he said the first time when he was talking about it. When he first said something about it, he said it was from his daughter's friend's dad, who works for Highway Patrol. But when he got on No Jumper, he just didn't add the Highway Patrol in there.
He just said gangster.
Yeah. He said he was a gangster.
So that's confusing. That's confusing. Which one is he? Is he because you can't be both.
Lie. So
yeah, of course.
When you telling those lies, you gotta
it don't make you think it makes sense to you. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then now here's the other thing with respect to that. He said that during all this time, and so the reason his justification for getting the badge is because he was so kind and so nice to his daughter over the many years of what was him taking another man's daughter out of the country.
Yeah.
And as a father, having a daughter, teenage daughter at that, because they hadn't graduated, right? So teenage daughter, you mean to tell me as a responsible father, my daughter's looking to go out of the country with some other man in her family, or her friend and her father and whoever else is going, and as a responsible father, I'm not going to want to know and meet who this man is,
That's how you know it's all a lie.
that's not good fathering.
Yeah,
I have a teenage daughter who be wanting to go to her friend's house, and I don't let her go to nobody's house unless I meet the parents, unless I walk into their home environment.
Yeah,
I don't let her go.
But you know
Not
it's a
alone
lie.
let her go out of the damn country.
That's how you know it's a lie, bro.
Big time lie.
Of course.
Big time lie. So the other piece to what is the guy who gave him the badge at the graduation, so-called according to the daughter who came into Wack's lie. As a good daughter, I get it, but I don't think she fully understands the magnitude of the danger of that. And Wack didn't seem to care. So now you brought her into the public, right? Hey man, she fooled, right? For what is now people thinking she a liar, just like your father.
Yeah.
Don't fall from the tree, they say, right? So now she say 5 years since her graduation. Y'all at the house and homie say, hey man, I got something for you. Here go a badge. I say that was the secret meeting place at his house at the graduation for what was the promotion of what is a badge that he was given at the secret meeting at the graduation, right? And it was a promotion, right? And he was given another badge, and that's why he got two extra badges, right? Two extra badges.
Yeah, he just got badges everywhere.
He just got badges everywhere. That's my play spin on it. But I'm just saying, allegedly, right? That's my play spin.
Yeah.
Hey man, maybe that was the meeting place for him to get his promotion, and that's why he was getting the badge handed to him. It's so many things. Nevertheless, here's the thing. Why are you impersonating the police officer if you're saying the badge ain't real, it was a stunt, it was a play, but you've been consistently for 10 years since you said contradiction, you had the badge versus your daughter saying 5 years ago is when you got the badge. You've been consistently abusing and misusing that badge to drive through checkpoints, to get out of tickets, impersonating yourself and giving the appearance that you're a police officer. And you mean to tell me ain't nothing wrong with that, DZ? I look on YouTube every day and I see how police officers are pulling people over who be impersonating police. You don't think they know about people like that?
Man, this guy is lying.
So either you impersonating a police officer, which is crazy as hell, and you play in the streets, or you really a police officer. Either way, it's all crazy. So, those are my points. I appreciate your time. Chat, keep doing what you're doing. And, hey, Daisy, appreciate your show and content.
Man, I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, if you haven't already smashed the like button, hit the like button. And hit that subscribe button. Share this live. I appreciate all y'all. Yeah, man, listen. We already know that Wack is Fufafi. We know it, man. Yeah. He lies all the time. Real manipulative. And he even says it though. He said he been like that all his life. So I think he's getting to express himself on the internet, and it's really like a dream come true to him because he's been lying and manipulating his whole life. One of those type of people, And yeah, we make sure we call it out. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all know we going up. You know what I mean? I predict. This is my prediction. You know what I mean? Y'all know this is my prediction. You know what I'm saying? To all the people that rock with SBGB TV. This is my prediction. By Today is Tuesday. I'm predicting by Friday, Saturday, we should be at 20K subscribers. This is my prediction. By Friday, Saturday, with this consistency, we should be at 20K. You know what I mean? And we going to keep grinding nonstop. This is my prediction, though. And I see it coming true because we so consistent with it. Yeah. And I appreciate all of y'all. Big facts. I appreciate all y'all, man. Yeah. Growing the community of like-minded people. Solid. Yeah. I think we have good conversations as well. Good conversations. Conversations that be needed to be had. We need to have these conversations sometimes. Yeah. And it's a lot of people in life that are going through things, and because you never know, it could be you tomorrow. You can wake up tomorrow and have an issue. So yeah, like-minded people having great conversations, understanding that we all gonna have issues, but you gotta shake them. Don't never let the issue take you all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Don't never let the issue take you all the way out of the game. Because it happens. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. State your name, where you calling in from.
Hey, it's Superfly.
Superfly!
What's up, bro? How are you?
What's going on? What's up with you?
Not much. Sitting here chilling, listening to your podcast.
Okay. Yeah, it's good to hear from you.
Yep.
I haven't heard from you in a while.
Well, I've been going through a lot.
Okay. You want to talk to me?
Well, my husband went the hell off the other night. Threatened to kill me with a knife. Put the knife to his throat. And called the police. Because I moved out. I went and got my own place.
Okay.
When he started getting violent and shit. And a while back. And he showed up over at my apartment, acting all crazy with a knife, telling me that he's not gonna leave me in this world to be with another motherfucker, and it is what it is.
So he got upset at you because the relationship didn't work?
Yes. I left him a couple months ago and went and got me an apartment.
Okay.
I moved out of my house because he started getting violent. It was like living with the dry drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so when he pulled a knife on me and told me he was going to kill me because he wasn't going to leave me here on earth with another nigga for me to be with another nigga ever. He was going to take me out and himself. So I got up. I was like, oh, no, that ain't going to work. I said, I'm a living proof. I'm God's child. You ain't going to do nothing to me. You ain't going to touch me. I'm always protected. And he took the knife and put it to his neck, like he was gonna slice his throat. And I went out the door because he was in my apartment. And I called 911. I told him he's done lost his mind. And got a restraining order against him. I had to.
So that you gotta definitely take that man serious if he goes to that level, because you don't know how far he can go.
I already know this because let me tell you this. I in 2014, I had a sister down in South Florida that her husband kept threatening her. I'm gonna kill this bitch. On and on and on it went. And I kept telling her, sis, you got to get away from him because one day that reality in his head is gonna snap and it's gonna be true. She laughed at me. Well, she tried to leave him one time. She drove from Milton all the way down to Fort Pierce. And he followed her back right down to Fort Pierce and St. Lucie County, Florida. And it wasn't too long after that, he got a tattoo of her name huge across his neck. And he kept making them threats. And I begged her. I said, come up here to Ohio. I'm here in Ohio right now. Come up here. She wouldn't do it because I go back and forth to Ohio to Florida because I got a house in Florida, house in here in Ohio.
Okay.
And I said, come up here to Ohio. I said, because that way he can't harm you or the kids. Well, she was a drug addict. He got her hooked on shit. She was injecting Molly. The girl would do anything for a perk 30, Lortabs, Roxy's, you name it. The girls did it. I have a few sisters like that. And so anyways, I told her, I said, listen, I said, I don't want you to make a decision tonight because you're upset, you're, whatever. I said, but tomorrow, call me tomorrow. Let me know what, sleep on it. Let me know what you're thinking. Mm-hmm. She called me up the next day. You know what she said to me? I like my drugs. Whether he takes my life or not, I know my kids will be taken care of if something happens to me. And she hung up the phone. That was my last conversation with my sister. 2 nights later, I get a phone call from my mom. Your sister's missing. I said, what? I said, no way. Said, yes. I said, okay, I'm coming. Don't worry, we're coming. So I went down to Florida. And because I was up here in Ohio with my kids. And so when I got to Florida, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm going to tell you like this. I said, prepare for the worst. He did it this time. And my mom said, you think maybe she's hiding out? My stepdad's like, oh, now, she's a tough girl like you are. I said, Dad, let me tell you, if he done something to her, it's not him that she's fighting. It's the dope that's inside him that she's fighting against because, they're on dope. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, he's not going to be like a normal man, civilian dude out here, trying to harm somebody, or this man's under the influence of drugs that he's making himself and adding other things to it and, loony stuff. So it took us 4 days to find my sister. We found her in the canal.
Wow.
Where he thought the alligators would get her. The alligators didn't get her. God protected her, not water. He even went to as far as, her kids were 9 and 11 at the time. And you guys can look it up. Her case is underneath Bridget Feacher. It's Bridget, and her last name is Feacher. This guy is a creep. But he wanted death row. I refused it. I fought the state of Florida I went down to that prosecuting office. I raised hell. I was on the phone with that detective every day, the main detective. Shout out to Detective Wentz for that. Because he was very patient with me because I was on top of the world when it come to find out, what the hell happened to my sister. Jacob sliced her and stabbed her between about 17 times. 14 was stab wounds, and she had some defensive wounds where she was trying to fight that knife. But so I know about domestic violence. I've been in it. And my son's dad, I've been through a lot of stuff with him for 14 years. Prior 10 years ago, I left him, I don't put up with the game. I know what the game's like when it comes to domestic violence. And I'm telling you, if anybody's out there, get out of it. There's help out there. There's help. I'm using zero help. The only thing I did was call the police to come and get this man out of here. And I went down and filed a restraining order. Never done this crap before in my life. But you know what? I already know what time it is. When you try to leave a relationship that you've been in, and it's like I just told the judge yesterday, sir, are you aware that 90% of women who try to get out of domestic violence relationship does not make it out anymore? But I'm here to tell you, I got boots on the ground, baby. I'm standing my ground. I will not be in your court next week to tell you I'm dropping this shit. This is gonna stay real. He's got mental health problems because I left him, and this is the way it's gonna be. But I'm not backing down.
Yeah, you gotta stay strong, man. Whoa, that is a deep one there. And if you see his actions are going as far as he was going to do what he did, I wouldn't take too many chances with that, or I wouldn't take any more chances because.
Oh no, he ain't coming back, baby. No.
Yeah.
There's no fixing a marriage. There's no making up with me, period. You did what you did, you crossed the line, and that's where, now you keep that same energy you have, and you keep it right on over there, because you're not offending me one bit. I'm a strong-ass woman. I've been through a lot of shit. I've helped a lot of other women. I've helped sex abuse kids coming out of Phoenix, Arizona. When, I used to go down there and work and donate my time, because I've been there as a kid. I've been through domestic violence with my mom and my dad. I took a ball bat to my dad to get my dad out when I was 12 years old. And I straight told my mom, you ever take him back, and I'm done with you. Because other people can adopt me. I know there's adoption agencies. Somebody will adopt all of us. I promise you that. My mom never took him back, ever.
Okay.
Because she knew. She knew it was wrong. She knew how it affected her kids. It affects your kids. It affects everything. But you got to get help after it happens, because if you don't, you're gonna carry that stuff with you for the rest of your life, and you gotta get it. You gotta get help quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't wait 5 or 6 years after a main event happened, and all that trauma and hurt and all that. It's gonna carry on if you don't get help when it happens. Don't wait.
Yeah. Don't wait. I agree, man. That's some good information for the women out there. Don't wait, man, because you never know.
If anybody, any of the girls, ladies, gentlemen, because guys get beat on too now. My son is I witnessed it with my son. My son went through domestic violence with a woman. Now, my son, he did his shit too with her. After so long, he snapped, and it's talks bad. It's bad juju. I'm telling you, it only leads up to prison or death, because eventually, either you're gonna fight back to where you're gonna hurt that person, or that person is gonna end up taking you. One or the other. There's no other ifs and buts about it. And they will manipulate you to the fullest. They will. I'm telling you, they will make it change around. Like, you're the one that's crazy. Oh, you're crazy. You're this. No. Don't let them do that. Don't do it. Don't let them do it. I'm telling you. Don't take them back, because they will never change. And the next time it happens, it gets worse and worse and worse. And pretty soon, you're surviving to fight for your life.
Yeah.
Quick. So, but anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm cool. I'm good. Everything's all right with me right now. He did get out of the psych ward. They kept him since July 3rd until today. Okay. So that tells you that he was pretty bad.
Yeah.
He is walking around town. People has told me, his own family has told me, hey, he's out. That's okay. But I have not told anybody else that I filed a restraining order against him. I did not tell his family. I didn't tell him. I didn't tell nobody. Not the psych ward when they called me every day to let me know how he's doing on his medication. And that's another thing. I'm going to tell you what this psych ward did. They would call me, okay? And they're asking me, okay, can you tell me what led up to this event? Can you tell me about his behavior patterns or problems, or what triggers him that you've noticed? And of course, I answered it very bluntly. I'm a very blunt person. If I hurt your feelings, oh well. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm very blunt. So I told him everything I knew. And this lady has the audacity to ask me, if we released him, would you feel safe for him to come back home? He's been doing very well on his medication. I said, lady, would you feel safe to come back? Would you feel safe to let him come back if you were in my shoes? And she said, well, I'm not in your predicament. I said, I understand that. But you heard him bluntly tell you what he did to me and himself. And you heard it from me, so you know he's not lying. I said, would you feel safe? She said again, he's been on medication for 4 days now. I said, lady, I have my LPNs. I'm more certified than what the hell you are, apparently. I said, but let me tell you like this. Medication, especially with psychic medications like you got him on, I said, it takes 30 days for that medicine to take a full effect. Do you think 4 days he's cured?
Not at all.
Exactly not. That's them trying to manipulate me because they are done evaluating him and now he needs somewhere to go, so now it's okay for him to come home. I don't think so.
Yeah, they don't care where he go. They just trying to send him home.
They're just trying to get him up and out of there so they can use the bed for somebody else now.
Yeah.
4 days of medication, and you're telling me that you don't think that I would have a problem with him coming back home. Lady, you're crazy. And you know what I told her? Maybe you need some psych meds. Maybe your patients need to evaluate you. And if you feel that comfortable with him being home, why don't you go ahead, since you've been taking care of him, and take him to your house, baby, because he ain't coming here. I don't leave the light on, okay? It's been turned off for a few days.
No more vacancy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Hell no. You don't grab a big butcher knife and expect me to sit there after, oh, I'm at a psych. First of all, you try to play me like, oh, I'm not even sure where I'm at. I came here at nighttime. You think? The cops were here at 3 o'clock in the morning to pick your ass up because you had a knife to your fucking throat. And done threatened to kill me because you wasn't going to leave this world, you know, for me to be with another nigga. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's amazing. I don't know. I don't understand it. Do you?
Yeah, man, you just got a crazy situation that you need to move on from that. And I
Yes.
would rather that you do not try that again. I don't care what is
hell
said
no.
to you. I don't care how much they say they love you. I would
Nope.
recommend you to move on, and that is not the situation for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, I know. Trust me. You know, I've talked to people because at my job, you know, he comes into my job acting like a damn fool. And it's like I told them, I said, listen, I'm going to tell you like this. If you're ever in a relationship and it starts getting crazy like this, I said, you can lose everything in the world, but don't you ever lose your damn self. Don't do it.
Yeah. That's the one thing you can't lose. Don't lose
That's
yourself.
right. You got to have self-love. And you know what I got written on my mirror? Because, you know, you was talking about mirrors earlier.
Yeah.
When you look yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
I got written with lipstick that I don't even wear because I don't wear lipstick.
Okay.
But I got it on my wall, or on the mirror, rather. It says, I am somebody's child. I am somebody's mama. I am a nanny. I have so much self-love for myself, I can let you go. And I put it on the mirror so I can remind myself every day. I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
No matter how much I love him, love ain't enough for this crap.
Nah, love ain't worth you.
That is not love to begin with.
Yeah.
That he was in love for what I could give him and what he could get out of me. That was it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm thinking. He was obsessed for what I could give him, the life I could provide, you know, that he could have together with me.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, he wasn't here for nothing else. It was all inconvenient for him.
Mm-hmm.
Why, he was trying to drown me, but I overrode that. I was riding the wave. You know what I'm saying? I stayed above that. Why, he drowned his own self. And I sat back and watched. Like, you What are you gonna do? Why are you doing this? You need help. You go to a counselor. Go to a church to get help. He didn't want to get help. Well, I can't help you, baby, if you can't help yourself. You're supposed to be the man of this fucking relationship. I can't be the man and a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It don't work that way. You gotta, I remain the balance, with the energy, this, that, and whatever else. But if you don't hold up on your arm of the bargain, or what you're supposed to do as a man, how am I supposed to balance you back out? How am I supposed to balance you at all when you're too unstable because you're down under?
It ain't
Wanting
gonna
to take
work.
your own damn self out. That don't make no sense.
It ain't gonna work.
Nah, it ain't meant to be worked. It's meant to drop and go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later, King.
All right, much love, man. Keep your head up and stay
And
strong.
shout out to RM. Hey.
Okay, I ain't see RM in there today, but shout out to RM. I got you there, Superfly. Yeah, man, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this live. Yeah, man. We all go through things in life. We don't know when we gonna go through them, but sometimes you gotta let some people, places, and things go. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much you care about them, sometimes you have to let people, places, and things go. Yeah. Your peace and your sanity is important. It's because other people can definitely damage those. And if you ain't got them, you ain't functioning right. So make sure that you put that first. Because they not going to put it first. For you, you do. You know what I mean? That's your job. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just be mindful. You can love somebody. You can care about somebody. You might not feel like you want to leave them, but it might be time that this person got to go. You got to go. Remove yourself. Yeah. And I noticed in life, sometimes we be holding on to situations that really ain't beneficial to us. Sometimes we be holding on to people, places, and things that are not beneficial. They don't mean us no good. They don't help us elevate. They really keep us behind. And, we might not want to be alone. We might not be used to being without them. And we might feel like it'll get better. But will it get better? Maybe not. Most of the time when a relationship is damaged between two people, it's not going to get fixed. For real. And this is most of the time. Maybe one out of 100. Say it like that. 1% that when they damage to the core, that they'll get fixed again. I really say when it's damaged, let it go. It might take a few days though, of you having that feeling of missing the person. But I promise you, after a week or two, if you're strong, you'll be able to move on. Yeah, trust me. Believe me. After a week or two, it'll be like nothing. Go do some recreational things you like to do. You know what I mean? Whatever you like to do recreational, but whatever you do, don't turn to alcohol or drugs. Don't do that. Do some other recreational things. Yeah, some fun things. I don't know if it's playing tennis, handball, bowling, you know, in the gym. Do some recreational things to take your mind off of the situation. But don't hold on to damaged goods. You know what I mean? Straight up. Don't hold on to mold, because it might turn you into mold. You know what I mean? Don't do it. Everybody is going to be damaged. So don't hold on to it, man. You know, and that's, you know, my take on that. You know? Yeah. And it's definitely power in prayer. You know, I agree with that. It's power in prayer. But even though you pray, you still got to make an effort. You know, change some things. Yeah, some people might not like what you changing. So what? Who cares? You should be the one caring, not them. Some people might feel like you ain't right for doing what you doing. Who cares? Do you feel like you right? That's what I say. Do you feel like you right? Not them. Hold up. Don't worry about them. Do you? You the one that gotta live with it, man. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button. You in the building? Get the likes up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Every situation ain't gonna be perfect. For real, for real. You know, every situation is not going to be perfect. Yeah. You could be the problem. I'm gonna be real with this, right? You could really be the problem in the situation, right? But that situation might not be right for you. So they could be the problem, but that situation might not be right for you. Stop trying to make things fit that don't fit. Yeah. Come on now. You know damn well you wear a size 10, 11 shoe. Why you keep trying to put on that 8 or 9? You know damn well you wear a size 10 or 11 shoe. Why do you keep trying to put on that 8 or 9? It's not for you. Yeah. And I think that, you know, when we meet people, right? And you might get to know somebody, you don't really want to meet somebody else to get to know them. You know, you might be so comfortable with this person. You start taking things thinking that it's going to get better, and you get used to certain things. And it can go on both ends, from the man or the woman. You know, you're not compatible with everybody you meet. Yeah. If you've been damaged, I really think this, right? If you've been damaged in your life, you cannot go out there and get in a relationship with another damaged person. I'm telling you. I mean this. Especially if you plan on changing. This is how I see this, right? If you plan on changing, right, and you feel like some things have changed in you, you can't go over there and try to fix somebody else that's already damaged. Because it's a lot of people that think, you know, they might have been healed, but they want to save somebody else. You can't do it. I'm telling you, they have to come already healed. You trying to go and fix somebody that's damaged after you done healed, all it's going to do is resurrect the pain that you already been damaged with. And the relationship ain't never going to work. I'm going to tell you that. Facts. You know, and this is from experience. I had to understand, you know, I've been through a lot of things in my life. I can't heal nothing. I'm like, I always, and I'm going to be real, I always looked at like I'm going to heal somebody that I'm with. You know what I mean? I'm getting people that come from a struggle and, you know, might have the household they been in turbulence. And I'm like, man, I'm a fix it for us. Hell no. I can't fix it for us. You got to come healed. You got to come put together, because I healed myself. Now I can handle you. You can handle me. It's not that everything going to be perfect, but it's not going to be like things just blowing up. You got two people together that's just damaged and they keep clashing heads. Things is going to blow up to a whole nother level. Straight up. And you definitely got to heal before you move on to a new relationship. Totally agree with that. This is why I say you got to heal. You know, but if you heal, you can't try to fix somebody else. I really mean that for sure. Because all you gonna do is get those wounds that you healed reopen. Because you're dealing with somebody that's damaged. They gonna do triggering things. Straight up. It's like when people be damaged, right? They do triggering things to other people because they watching the things that trigger you. They damaged. They fighting with themselves. So I think those situations never work out. And I'm just being real. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and share this video. You know what I mean? You said, or introduce what you produce to that damage damages them. Yeah. Yeah. Heal yourself, man. You know, some people might need therapy. You know, I know with me, I just need time to myself. You know what I mean? I don't knock people that need to talk to someone. That's, you know, what you need to do. That heals, solid. You know, but I just need time to me. I know when I got that time to myself, it give me like that clarity. You know, I get to thinking clear. Nobody's in my ear. You know, I'm not distracted. Because some people think that, oh, let's go do this, and I'm going to take you to do this, and I'm going to take you to do that, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to go meet these girls, and we're going to go, if it's a girl, we're going to go meet these guys, and the next thing you know, you taking your damaged self and putting that on somebody else. That's it. And all you going to do is mess things up for them. You know? So, this how I see that. Yeah. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel too. Smash that like button. You know what I mean? Let's get that like button violated. Yeah. This is a game though, man. This is a game. You know, this is a game. Yeah. You know, like, I think, right? Life is real because of what we see and we touch, but I don't think it's as real as we make it out to be. You know what I'm saying? And then I also think, right, you will be forgotten unless you become some major figure that has something to live on. You will be forgotten because you understand that you don't know 4 generations behind you. You don't know at all. Our lifespan doesn't allow us to know them. And this is a fact. You do not know 4 generations behind you. It's usually 3. It's luckily, like, very seldom is gonna know 4. Like, slim to none. You don't know 4 generations behind. You'll never know them people. So you gotta understand that you're gonna be that 4 generations behind one day. You know what I'm saying? But I think we don't be thinking about certain things in life on some real, like on the real deal. We get caught up in all this matrix stuff. We don't really be thinking on the real deal, you know, until we facing judgment day. Then that's when everybody like, whoa, oh man, you know. But on some real life stuff, you will be forgotten. Straight up. And it's just raw to say it like that, but it's the truth. Crazy. It's like, damn, I'm going to be forgotten? Yeah. I'll forget all about you. You know? And then I think about also, right, those 4 generations ago, right? They was living too. You know how we get up every day and we got whatever on our agenda. Just because they didn't have the things that we have, they had an agenda every day. You know, they might not have had the final things that we got, but trust me, every day they woke up, they had an agenda as well in this life. And they got out there and did whatever they was doing, and you know, whatever their goals was. Yeah. Back in time. Think about this, man. Don't nobody think about the real. We created, right? But what about all the creations before us that got to us? And then it's going to be like the creation that you create now. What about all the creations that's going to be made after you? So is this really like real, or is this like a simulation? I think it's real because we touching shit. Like, yeah, you get to touch something, you know, all right, that's real. But when you don't get to touch something, the next of you's going on, was it really real? Who knows, man? You know, I just look at life a lot different though as I got older. I don't look at life the same. You know what I mean? I don't look at it like I did, you know, when I didn't understand some things. I remember not understanding things. Like when you don't understand things and then you start to understand things, it's like, damn, hold up. Damn, that's what's going on. Then with people that you care about, your immediate people, start checking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm at the age in life, right? Whereas though the immediate people are checking. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the age I'm at. It's some people that's not at that age yet, but I'm at the age where the immediate, like, damn, they just passed? Damn, that, what? And they checking. So it's like, I'm about to be at the top. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the cycle goes over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I really think that you got to enjoy your life. You know what I mean? Enjoy your life. Don't care about what nobody think about you. Don't care about what nobody is expecting of you. Don't care about that. So what? I don't care what you think, what you expect. So what? You know, people will be trying to use the Lord and say, oh, God going not gonna bless you for this and that. Hey, man, I think that's something that you're trying to use to manipulate me. You know, that's what I say. When people say things like that, I say, nah, you're trying to use that to manipulate me. And I don't care what you're saying. You're not going to tell me what God's going to do to try to get me to do what you want me to do. No. That's not working. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And I do think that we all are a form of the Lord. Yes, we are. You know, life is definitely short in the game. Yeah. You know, and I know when you're younger, time goes so slow though. When you're young, time goes so slow. You know, when you get older, it be rocking. You like, damn, this motherfucker rolling. Yeah. You're young, you ain't really got no responsibilities. You know, all you doing is things for entertainment and, you know, school and, you know what I mean? You get older, it's just full of responsibilities. Yeah. All the time. It's like a non-stop of responsibility. And we rush to get old for that. Yo, man, I can't wait till I'm grown. It's like our brain doesn't process that. And that's the crazy thing. That our brain doesn't process that we're rushing to be responsible when we should be enjoying not being responsible. It's like, yo, I can't wait. You know, the game of life, man. Yeah. You know, y'all my peoples, man. You know, we be grinding non-stop. You know, yeah. Love yourself, man. Love yourself, man. Love yourself, man. Yeah. Love yourself, man. It's a lot of people that try to love other people more than they love themselves. And those same people that you put in front of yourself, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? The same people that you put in front of yourself, they don't care. Hell no. Straight up. Yeah, man. The game. You know, I be appreciating all the things I've been through. I ain't even gonna lie. I know when you going through something on some real stuff, it's the worst time ever. Straight up. When you going through some stuff, it is the worst time ever. But after you get through it, you like, woo. But I think, you know what's major? Making sure that you don't go through that same thing again. You know, knowing, nah, I ain't going back down that street. I went down that street. I'm not going back down that street. I don't care who say what. I'm not going back down that street. Not at all. I don't care who say what. Yeah. I've been down that street. Straight up. I'm just being real. Yeah. I know we keep it a bean, man. Like to keep it solid all the time, man. Yeah. You know, and we gotta have those conversations. We gotta throw those conversations in there. Straight up. We gotta throw them in there. You know, them real life joints. Yeah, because there's people dealing with real life issues. Real life. You know, and a lot of things, you know, we do, right? We might do them to escape reality. You know, a lot of things that we do to escape reality. When people out here smoking and drinking, you only doing that to escape reality. That's the only reason you smoking and drinking. I'm going to tell you that real rap. And you hearing it from your boy. If you out here smoking and drinking daily, it's because you want to escape reality. You don't want to deal with reality. So you're doing that to suppress your reality. You can tell yourself whatever you want to tell yourself, but I'm going to tell you what it is. You know, because if you didn't want to escape reality, you wouldn't do it. I'm telling you. Reality's here. Like, I smoked and I drunk before myself. And I understood, it's an addiction. You get into it, you get heavy into it. You just escaping reality. That's it. Man, the motherfucker like, man, I don't care. I'ma smoke. I'ma drink. I'ma do what I want to do. And, I need my smoke and I gotta have my drink. You just need to escape reality. You don't want to deal with your reality. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's why I say you do it to escape reality. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Yeah, I think anything that you like, you get addicted to. Anything. Like I be on my little ice cream binge at times. Anything that you like, you addicted to. But the difference with me, I don't know about others. I'm the type of person, I go cold turkey on anything. I wake up one day and say I'm not doing it no more. That's just how I feel. That I always been like that. For the people that don't know, right? I used to smoke cigarettes, right? And I'm going to tell y'all, I started smoking cigarettes at 10. I smoked cigarettes from 10 to 17. I can't stand a cigarette. You can't smoke a cigarette around me. You can't smoke a cigarette in my car. You can't smoke a cigarette next to me. Get away from me. But I smoked them from 10 to 17. You understand what I'm saying? I was addicted. I woke up one day when I was 17 and said, I'm not going to smoke them no more. They make my stomach hurt. I'm not smoking these. And I never smoked them. Yeah. So I really think, it's a lot of things in life that you can get addicted to. Plenty of things. Anything you like. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Yeah. Yeah, And a lot of times we get addicted to things from things we observe. You get to observing other people and stuff. You get addicted to what you observe. Okay, all right. Let me get that. Oh, I like that. You start seeing something somebody else doing and let me try this. Yeah. Had you straight hook. Word. Hey, yo. I'm going to tell you, right? I started smoking cigarettes. I was in Germany. Real rap. I lived in Germany for 3 years. You hear me? I lived in Germany for 3 years. I started smoking cigarettes when I was in Germany, right? It was this guy from Arkansas. Yeah, he was from Arkansas, right? I started smoking cigarettes hanging out with him. At 10, he was 11. He's smoking cigarettes and he had been smoking them. I get around him, start smoking cigarettes, right? And the crazy thing is, dude told me that I was going to smoke bud before I smoked it. He like, yo, when you get back to the States, you going to smoke bud. I'm like, man, I ain't never doing that. Hell no, I ain't never smoking that. What? I ain't never doing none of that. And I came back to the States and smoked bud. Straight up. Think I smoked the bud, I was like 12. Word. I'm like 12 years old. And smoked the bud, man. Yeah. Young brother. You know what I mean? But I don't regret none of the things that I've been through in life, I think all the things that I've been through made me what I am. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I went away as a juvenile for 14 months. From 15 to 16, I went to a juvenile facility. I went away for 14 months. Did a year and 2 months. I was 2 months, I was at the detention center, and in a year, they shipped me away to the program, right? And, you know, when I was there at the program, it was like, you know, I didn't want to be there, but I really feel like it helped me develop when I think about it, you know, because I was running around wild. You feel me? I'm running around straight wild. We out in the streets. Like 15, we out in the streets. Like, what? We was buying cars out in the street. We getting blue rides. We running around, fly, having fun, doing whatever, going to school when we want. Like, so I think when I did go to the program, right, it helped me get that structure. You know what I'm saying? It really helped me get the structure and understand about structure. You know, how to look people into the eyes. You know, how to do certain things on point. How to be respectful. How to say please, thank you, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, some of the things you go through, right? You might not like them when you're going through them, but they might better you. So, I really feel like, you know, them programs and all that stuff that I went through made me stronger. You know, straight up. Yeah. Made me stronger. Like, okay. It gave me some growth. You know what I mean? Gave me some development. You know what I mean? And gave me some wisdom too. Yeah. You know, being away from, you know, the streets at the time. And I was there for a year. I'm there for a whole ace. You know, shit, I'm 15, had to do an ace. Like, damn. Yeah. So, you know, different things we go through in life that build us up. Yeah, man. Yeah. They don't be having them programs for the kids no more, man. Real rap. They don't be having them programs for the kids, man. You know, it's like the kids is just running wild, man. The kids be ready to challenge you. You know, it's like it's a different system, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. You know, straight up. Yeah. Yeah, we going up, man. I predict, you know my prediction. You know my prediction, 20K by Friday. Yeah, I'm predicting. I'm predicting 20K by Friday. Saturday at the latest. Yeah, I'm predicting 20K by Friday, Saturday at the latest. You know what I mean? And we going to continue to keep grinding non-stop. You know? He said, nah, I know here in Washington they had 3 or 4 of it and helped a lot of young men. Yeah. They take the programs out. You know, them youngins be needing that, man. You know, all the youngins now, they like, all of them want to get a strap. Like right now, all the youngins, they got straps. All of them. It's like, that's the thing. Man, how can I get the strap? Like, damn. They ain't got no paper, but they trying to figure out how to get some money to get a strap. Straight up. That's the whole, you know what I mean, game. It's like, god damn, that's all you want? Until you get out there and catch that case. And then you like, I should have did something different. You know, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button, man. Smash that like button, you know, and share this video, man. You know, I appreciate all of y'all. Straight up. Yeah. Yeah. You said you go on Thursday, run the table. It's a possibility. I ain't gonna lie. It's a possibility. I am not gonna lie. Straight up. Okay. So hold up. Don't tell me 607 dropped the lawsuit on No Jumper. Hold up. Don't tell me that. They ain't saying that, is they? Hold up. 607 don't drop the lawsuit on No Jumper. Hold up. 607 Oak ain't playing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 607 Oak said he dropping the lawsuit. Damn, I ain't gonna ask him about that. I think that's what's going on. Yeah. Hey, listen. They bragged about it though. So I think he got a case. You know what I mean? I think Unc got a case. You know, and it's the energy they got up there, man. He got Wack up there. You know, and I think Wack going live more on his channel because he know his contract is almost up at No Jumper. So, you know, I guess he's trying to do more, you know, lives to build his platform up. Let me see here. Yeah, I think they
recognize at this point from almost all the watchers that the beginning to the end of 607 Unc's relationship at No Jumper was this interview with 4Extra, where 4Extra essentially bullied 607 Unc for about 2 hours for dissing him in previous interviews. But the thing is, even though it's universally recognized that this was the beginning to all the trouble and drama that we witnessed in the last 3 weeks, everybody would be wrong. This is actually not the beginning. 607 Unc actually pulled a heist on No Jumper. What if I told you that 607 Unc was playing chess with everybody the entire time? That he knew the interview with 4Extra was gonna go how it went. And he was gonna utilize it to his best advantage because he wanted to use this situation to get from out of No Jumper.
Yeah. Yeah, the dude Flacco definitely, you know, he definitely a special individual. Yeah, I agree. He definitely a special individual. And yeah, I think 607 Oak gonna go ahead and sue them people, man. Adam done let you know, when he had certain people up there, he was able to hide behind certain things. And certain people was playing themselves, you know. And he was like, you know, ducking the smoke. But he let Wack up there, and Wack, you know, hype all the negativity up. Yeah. No Jumper might end up moving from LA. No Jumper might literally end up moving from LA. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I think in the next year or so, No Jumper might be moving from there. Yeah. You know, Adam can go somewhere and still run his content. But I think they gonna move because them lawsuits coming in. 607. Oh, he got a serious one too. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you really look at that, 6070 got a serious lawsuit in play. I'm just being real. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button too. Share this video. You know I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Yeah, 6070 got a lawsuit that he can definitely get off for the environment. You said Flacco wants to be act. So what that tell you? Laugh out loud. He looks up the act. He even uses some of Act's lingo. He used so much of a damn fan. He's so much of a damn fan. Yeah. I agree. And now that we see right here, right? 607 Oak said, hold up. He said he was trying to buy No Jumper though, didn't he? See, I'm going to tell you, he was a smart brother coming in there. Yeah. Adam used him for content, ran his name through the mud, right? And guess what he did? He made all the titles where they looked like the man was in a hostile work environment. Y'all see that, right? But Adam thought he was being slick, running that content. All those titles that he was using was literally showing that that man was in a hostile work environment. We see this stuff on video, and then you saying that 4 Extras was about the unalive 6070. I think that right there, you hear me? Oh, Mike got a heavy case. And I'm going to just keep it a beam. 607 Mike got a heavy one. Straight up. Like, the judge looking at that right there. What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Adam, want to be involved with the gang members so much. I really think that him bringing 607 up there, he wasn't knowing that dude was smarter than those other black people you bring up there. That's what I'm going to just say. Yeah. Because if you in a situation where the people up there acting like they going to harm you and they coming up there with gang members and then you leave the building and leave them there and then you put all the titles, all them videos that he dropped. Think about that. Adam was dropping videos back to back trying to embarrass 6070. Like back to back. And he was laughing about it. He was going on the podcast. They was literally laughing about what happened to that man at his workplace. And you think that a judge ain't gonna look at that and say, hold on, this is what's going on at your workplace? And then they see this dude running around with quarter stick of dynamite, M80, whatever it is, and blew his hand off. Man. Hey, listen, man. You gotta be smart. I think the brother's smart. Straight up. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna be honest. If it was the other way around, and Adam was working for 607 up there at his podcast, and somebody did that to Adam, he would sue him too. You better know it. I'm telling you this right now. Straight up. If Adam 22 was at a workplace and one of the people that was contracted there to be a host was threatening to take that man's life in front of the world and say, I'll go to jail and do burpees, you better know. I'm just being real now. I'm just keeping it a bean. Adam would have sued too. Straight up. I'm just being real. You said I don't like but he got a case for reckless endangerment because he got open threats on that platform. Then 4Extra is liable for reckless endangerment for whoever was in that car. Yeah. In a hostile work environment. Threatening to take that man's life in a hostile work environment. Yeah. Come on now. Like, and then you gonna leave when you know this is about to happen to me. Literally. You gonna leave when you know that they gonna do me like this. And then you going, it's like all the edits and clips that he put out, the titles is gonna hurt Adam. I'm gonna tell you this right now. All the edits and clips that Adam put out there, all them titles is gonna hurt him. What you gonna say in the court of law? You hear me? What you gonna say when you get taken to court and sued civilly and you saying that your co-host was about to unalive your other co-host, and then the judge and they see this video? Adam gonna probably settle out, and I know 607 gonna be talking more than 50,000. Straight up, I can see that now. You done embarrassed me. You done assassinated my character. Yeah. They said he sent the cease and desist letter already. Yeah. Then dropped the lawsuit. That's what it looked like. Yeah. And I don't blame him. Straight up. I don't blame him. Yeah. You got me in this situation up here. And then y'all gonna make money off of it. Y'all gonna make money. And you know the thing is, right? 607 went up there for free. That's what's gonna crush Adam. 607 went and did that podcast for free. Straight up. 607 said he the only man to survive a no jumper backdoor. Woo! And then if you think about it, right? 607 is gonna present what happened outside of No Jumper to Marciano and Jay Reed. Yeah. Man, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Yeah. That Uno reverse gonna come hard and fast. Adam better brace himself. Yeah. Adam thinks that shit was slick. Yes, he do. Yeah. They was celebrating it. Yeah. But I'm telling you, you got to play their game sometime, man. Straight up. You got to play their game. And, you know, I think Unc understands that that's the only way I'm going to get mine. Yeah. I went up here for free, and you was willing to put my life on the line and make money off the content that I did. And you ate. Unc was getting a lot of views now. Straight up. Wack 100. He not even getting the views that 607 was getting up there. Straight up. Wack is not getting the views that 607 was getting up there. Straight up. They dropped that clip of 4 Extra going at him. That clip went crazy. Yeah. So, I really know that he got a case. Straight up. I'm just being real. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Smash the like button too. And share this video. I'm just being real. I can see this right now. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm just being real. I can see this right now. You know what I'm saying? I see it. Yeah. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. If y'all think 607 has a right to sue, and he should sue for what he went through at No Jumper, hit the like button, man. Yeah, smash that like button. Straight up. Yeah. Yeah. You know, this is why you got to watch. You know, you can have the heart of a lion to go anywhere. Yeah. But you got to know when you're out of bounds, you know, it might go further than you wanted to go. Yeah. I'm just being real. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. You in the building? Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We on the way to 20,000 subscribers. And we definitely almost there. We touching the surface. And, you know, I appreciate everyone that supports the channel. You know, I appreciate all of you guys that support the channel. And we almost we going 20K. Yeah, we might be there by Thursday. You know what I'm saying? You know, tomorrow we get a nice stretch in. That's when, yeah, we might be there by Thursday. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me see. You said, but whoever's in that vehicle is waiting to see what 4 Extra gets from the GoFundMe, and they gonna file a claim. They gonna claim it all. Hey, listen, 4 Extra's going to jail for that. I'm telling you, he going to jail. He's going to jail for that incident with the fireworks. He going to jail. Yeah, he said that they're gonna try to counter with the footage of Sweaty Nash confronting 607 was telling him it was a play. Yeah, I can see that too. I can see that too now. I can see that too. Yeah. I can see that too. Yeah. I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah. So yeah, you know, it might be rocky. You know what I mean? It might be rocky. I can see that too. It might be rocky with that. No cap. I can see that too. Yeah. And you know, this is why Wack put it up there. You know, Wack put it up there for that reason. You know, Wack always want to, you know, be an assistance, you know, until he want to turn on somebody. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I can see that. You know, yeah, I definitely can see that. Yeah, especially when he and Wack involved. Yeah. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, man. Facts. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Smash the like button, man. Share this live. You know, real rap. But Unc said he gonna go in on him. He should. Why not? Yeah. He should. And Flacco, you know, he making a video. You know what I mean? Flacco, you know, Flacco, he like to chase the views. You know. I think Flacco did sit back and build his platform off of No Jumper. And when he splits from No Jumper, he gonna be alright. I can see that now. He used No Jumper to get the notoriety and, you know, building his platform straight off there. He gonna be out there doing his own thing. I can see that now. He said he can counter back though and just tell them that they was getting pressed and feared for his life. That's the reason he told Sweaty that. Bingo. 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 LOL. Is Wack really trying to do his own shit on his own YouTube channel? Somebody needs to tell him that Clubhouse and YouTube ain't the same. Hey, listen. You know, Wack don't got it, man. Wack knows how to go on other people's platform and do the podcast. People that already got established and the people that are already doing, you know, what they doing. So he knows how to go in there and do his lies. But he don't know. See, when he's doing it, he just interrogating people. You know, that's all he know how to do is interrogation. So I really think, you know, he definitely don't got it like that. He just know how to interrogate people. He's a great person doing the interrogations. He does them well. You know, that's his job. You know, it's his job to interrogate people. Straight up. He said Flacco gonna be fine. He set himself up. He already hollered his hate for gang members and gang culture. Flacco already got the gossip on lock. Yeah. Yeah, he do. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. Yeah. Yes, he do. Yeah, man. I can agree on that. I can agree on that. Yeah. Yeah, Adam got up there and he was using them brothers, but it's been a few people that done sued him though. Yeah, it's been a few people that done sued him. Yeah. Getting crazy. Getting crazy. Let me see here, man. Elon Musk, more consequences in Trump.
Quote, how can people be expected to have faith in Trump if he won't release the Epstein files? That post by Elon Musk this afternoon gets at a serious question, prompted by MAGA fans, among others, after the Justice Department asserted in a memo that convicted sex offender and multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein did not blackmail high-profile clients, was not murdered before he was found dead in his jail cell in 2019, and in fact had no client list. Despite the fact that the very same administration officials are now asserting there is no there there, many of them were the ones ginning up the controversy before President Trump was reelected and while they were in office. The Justice Department memo, first obtained by Axios, also comes 1 month after the billionaire Tesla founder took to his platform X as his alliance with President Trump dissolved. Quote, time to drop the really big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason why they have not been made public, unquote. Musk deleted that post 2 days later, but the new memo has Musk posting this meme, among others. It's a guy putting on progressively more clown makeup with the text, we will release the Epstein list. We just need more time. The Epstein list is on my desk. There is no Epstein list with full clown regalia.
The Epstein list. Let's see. Wack 100 and Corey K. 100 side hit with Rico. He said 100 side hit with Rico. Let me see what he said.
I was talking. That room spooked me. It made me feel like it was wizards in that. Gatita, I think Gatita was part of that room. I think Tink used to fake like she knew what was going on, but she really didn't know what was going on. Let the replays replay. Uh-oh, what happened on the replays? What happened?
We're looking for the timestamp now. LaOya and Mackie. Mr. Mackey got into it. We was trying to listen to see what happened.
LaOya did something.
No, we gotta get LaOya in here. She said she wanted to be here for this.
LaOya did something. That's all LaOya.
Apparently a couple people told her to drop it too. She wasn't.
That had to be her. He don't get into it with nobody.
Yeah, it was her. You already.
That's a fact.
Now this is something interesting that LaOya said though. I don't know if you heard them mention it on stage before. After her and Mackie got into it, she got into it with Cam, and in the midst of them going, Cam said he accused LaOya of allowing her python to lick her in between.
He taking a chance with the snake wrapping around her. You gonna let some snakes in your house? And that snake been nowhere near between her legs. You want to bet on it? So if you hear her saying it.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Man, I appreciate all y'all, man. All the people that rock with DZ, man. You can drop in the chat where you from. We can shout you out, man. Drop in the chat where you from. We can shout you out. Where you from, where you at. You know I appreciate all y'all. Facts. Make sure you smash that like button too. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. Yeah. All that good stuff. You know. Drop where you from. Detroit in the building. Straight up. Boston. Texas. Yes, sir. Man, I appreciate all of y'all. Facts. Seattle. I appreciate y'all. Inglewood. That's what I'm talking about. Blue Chicken. What you doing, baby? Straight up. Chicago. 290 stuff. That's what I'm talking about. That 290 stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Chicago. Brooklyn was popping. Cali. I know what it is. Straight up. Y'all know what it is. Man, I appreciate all of y'all. Man, make sure you smash that like button in the building. Yeah, you haven't already subscribed, man. Subscribe, man. Yeah, that's the goal, man. Thursday. That's the goal. Thursday now. That's where we at with it. That's the goal. Thursday. We trying to smack that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, straight up. UK in the building. London. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I know we global. I know we global. Let's get it. I appreciate all y'all, man. Facts. know we global, man. They ain't messing with us, man. I'ma just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, man. You haven't already subscribed. Indianapolis, Indiana. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. What it do with the business is. Straight up. Yeah. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, man. Everybody that rock with SBGB TV. Yeah. Good conversations, though. You know what I mean? You know, we got the Raw's Late Night Show. This was great conversation. I ain't gonna lie. This was great conversation. Great. Yeah, man. And, you know, y'all can check the merch out at sbgbtv.com. If you want us to promote anything for you, you can email me at sbgbtv@gmail.com. I gotta make sure that I pin the membership at the top of the chat next time. Yeah, I gotta make sure I do that. Yeah, we on that next time. Trust me. We on that. We on that. Yeah. Yeah, good to see that we adults over here. Facts. You know, I appreciate it. Wisdom Seeker. Y'all know what it is, man. Yeah. Yeah. You know, straight up. I ain't playing no games. You know, we're going to keep grinding non-stop. You know, y'all know we on it. We going up, man. Yeah. I say definitely by Thursday. We got it. That's the goal. 20,000. We ready to hit the 20. You know, coming from the mud. 20,000. We gonna hit that. Yeah. Facts. You know, I appreciate all of y'all. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Yeah. It was a great live tonight. I appreciate y'all. You know, I hope to see y'all later on. Y'all know we gonna be back in a little while. We probably come back about 3 o'clock East Coast time and 12 o'clock West Coast time. So 3 o'clock p.m., 12 o'clock p.m. and we gonna keep grinding non-stop. You know, I appreciate all y'all, everybody that subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all y'all that subscribe. You know, all the people that are members, I appreciate y'all. All the people that be in the chat, you know, keeping it real, being thorough, straight up. So I appreciate y'all. Facts, man. You know, make sure you share this live. You know, let the people know it's real over here. Yeah, it's solid. You know, let them know it's solid. Yeah, man. I appreciate all y'all. Stay locked in. Y'all know what it is. I see y'all in the few. Straight up. Hats off. Appreciate you, man. Wab Funk. Appreciate you, you know. I see y'all all in the few. J Rip. I appreciate you. See all of y'all in the few. And shout out to let me make sure I say it. Make sure I say it right. I know it's Beauty for 9. Hold on. I got a shout out because I got Dustin back in there and I got her back in there. So hold up. Let me make sure I say the name right. I got everybody back in there. She definitely told how to get us back in there. Hold up. Yeah. Let's shout out. Hold up. Blessed. What they say? Blessed. Naja Beauty. Appreciate you letting us know how to get the people back in the chat when they get up out of there. You know what I mean? So now we know how to do that. That was good. At least I learned something with that. You know, we learn something every day, man. Straight up. Every day. You know what I'm saying? We learn something every single day. I ain't even gonna lie. Every single day we learn something, man. You know, every single day we learn something. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too. You know, subscribe to the channel. We learn something every single day. Yeah. Yeah. Thursday. We cracking it Thursday. You know, Thursday. Let's go. You know what I mean? Thursday, y'all. We're gonna have 20K. We cracking it. Let's speak it into existence. You know, bro, push it up a day. So we gonna push it up a day. Bro, push it up a day. We gonna push it up a day. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Yeah. You know. Real rap. You know what I'm saying? Push it up a day. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. State your name, where you calling in from. You said, what's your name? What's up, Joe Jefferson?
Last year, bro.
I appreciate you calling in, my brother.
Yeah, man, get your old ass up off.
You know we got a hater. You know we always get a hater, brother. It's all good, man. You know, one thing about this, we gonna be there by Thursday. Yeah, you know. Hey, listen. One thing about it, right? When you hating, you ain't gonna never figure out how to get ahead of the game. That's the thing about hating. You know that, right? That's the thing about hating. You can't figure out how to get ahead of the game. It keep you behind. You never understand how to get it. That's the thing about hating. Straight up. I'ma just be real. When you a hater, you can't figure out how to get it right. I'm just being real, you know, because you too focused on meat pulling. You can't figure it out. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. It's popping, Blue Chicken.
Hey, brother, I just wanted to say this was a good show tonight. This was a good live. You really did good tonight. And you did your therapist thing tonight. Somebody really needed to hear what you was talking about. Unknowingly, you have saved someone's life in the chat, or someone is just watching on the TV screen. And I just want you to know I'm just so excited to know you and to be able to hear your voice and see your face and let you know it's all good. And it's 20K Thursday, right? We're going to have a 20K party.
Yeah. I see it coming Thursday now.
All right, you gonna put another discount code in the merch thing for Thursday for 20K?
I gotta do it. I'm gonna have to do it.
All right, I'm gonna look forward. I'm gonna look forward to it. But I just wanted to say, we have real conversations over here. You know, not stepping on nobody's toes, but there are conversations that need to be had so people can get an understanding and make changes. Because change is difficult for everyone. Like you said, you like something, you keep doing it over and over, it becomes an addiction. You can have a bad addiction or a good addiction. And definitely we don't want the bad ones, of course, you know, but that conversation needed to be had today. And two, I believe Superfly that called in, her sharing her story, someone needed to hear that. That's very personable. You've gotten us over here to where this is where some people are calling home now. They didn't made friends up in here and they feel comfortable talking in your chat or on your panel, as to where they may not feel as comfortable talking to family or friends for fear of being judged. But this is a no judge zone over here. We listen, we hear, we share, we all sympathize one with another. So I just got to say, keep on doing your thing, keep on doing what you're doing. It's justice for Mr. Marciano and Jay Reed, and everything seemed like it's gonna come full circle with that no jumper over there, huh?
Yeah.
Uncle 607 is sent to cease and be quiet. 4 Extra then blew his hand off. Wack then exposed that he carries a badge around. So, it's now, like you said, I told you, the people not going to keep no jumper over there in Burbank. And it's going to be a full circle.
Yeah.
It's going to be a full circle. I mean, winners never cheat and cheaters never win. God ain't proud about ugly, but he don't like you being too pretty either. It's crazy. I just keep on doing what you're doing. You can tell that you're highly blessed. I've been watching on YouTube since we had the global shutdown and everything. So that's what really brought me to YouTube on a Fire Stick. So I've seen a lot of podcasters and different panels and stuff. And I will say by far, you are in my top 3. You're number 1 right now. You're in my top 3. You're number 1. So you're doing good. So keep it up. I'm going to let you get out of here because I know the birds finna be chirping now. They getting up a little earlier. So I want you to get your sleep. And don't be out there cutting the grass without taking a Benadryl before you go out there, please.
Yeah, I was thinking about going out there cutting the joint too.
See, look at you. See? So that's the confirmation. Take a Benadryl before you go out there and get on your big tractor grass cutter.
Yeah, I got to put that together.
All right. Well, be blessed, my love, and everybody in the chat, be blessed. And tomorrow it'll be 12. You're coming on because I'm not getting my notifications.
You ain't get this notification this time?
No, I didn't get no notification this time. I just go back to your channel.
What you might got to do is hit the bell off and hit it back on.
What, from my TV?
Yeah, you see on your TV, right? You gotta you must ain't got the notification bell on so it can hit your phone.
I do have it on you for your and I have you up for all of the programs that you're doing. I don't have it on personal. I have it on all and the bell. Because normally I will see it and say notify me, and then when I click onto the notify, it'll let me know. But I haven't even been seeing that come up on the screen.
I haven't been setting it up for the notify because I've been looking at it like the notify. They ain't been sending it out the same, but they send this one out like this different because it just lets you know that it'll notify you. Like if you got the notification bell on, it'll just alert your phone like I'm live.
Oh, okay. Learn something new. So I gotta look at my phone.
Yeah, look at your phone, but you can put it on your TV as well. But your phone should be getting alerts.
Okay.
When you watching it on your TV, do you see the ads popping up?
No, I ain't really been seeing no ads popping up no more.
Okay, yeah. That's because the way I'm doing it right now. But eventually I'm going to go back to where I was doing it at, like how I was doing it. But I'm doing it like this right now because it's spinning me around to different areas, and we try and hit that 20K.
Okay. Well, I'm all in. You the captain of the ship. I'm just a passenger.
All right, and I appreciate you calling in.
As always, love. Much respect, baby. And I'll see you tomorrow at 12.
All right, that's what it is.
Okay, later.
Yeah, man, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Facts. Yeah. Y'all know we grinding non-stop. Let me see here. Hold on. I gotta make sure I block this one number. You know I ain't got no problem putting people on the block list. At all. Y'all know I ain't got no problem putting people on the block list. Yeah. But I appreciate all of y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Y'all know we going. You know what I'm saying? Definitely Thursday, though. Definitely. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.